Hello, Knick-Knack. You are being a smartass. I, in fact, know that I am still on the waiting screen. Text if you can hear me. I'm gonna wait till I hear replies in chat, and then let me know how the audio is. Light's not gonna fix itself for a couple of minutes, but we're good other than that. I do have a way to make the lighting better, but it'll just happen in a little bit. So you could have popped into the Discord to say that to me, because I was in the Discord until just a second ago. But yeah, I will wait for another minute or so. I also don't know how the microphone is picking me up, so that's the secondary. I would like input, please, people. Let's see. Otherwise I have to listen to myself. And I don't want to do that. I mean, the microphone should be working. You could probably switch it to a different setting. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. All right. Yeah. No. It was slightly. I'm running a little behind, but that's just because it took so long to make the damn thumbnail. Which I probably should have done yesterday, but God forbid that I do anything in advance of exactly when it is needed, if not worse. Good morning, everyone. How are you? It's actually a reasonable time for me. I know for anyone who's still on Pacific time, it's probably disgusting because it's 6 in the morning. But it's a lovely 9 a.m. for me. Jesus, the sun is bright though. I am ready for Fae BS Dakota Doyle. I think I am fully prepared. I mean, obviously I've seen the, since I had to make the thumbnail, I've seen the list of, like, which servants are included in this chapter, at least, like, the basic one. And, like, it's not that bad. It could be worse. I'm not sure how many ways it could be worse, but it could be worse. Oh yeah, because it's cool right now. It hasn't hit like 100 yet. Yeah, God, what's the forecast like today? Yeah, I think I do know everyone present because we did Kajura drop and red hair, and those would have been the only two that I would have fumbled on, like maybe a year or so ago. But I remember Kajura drop, and I remember red hair, regrettably. Disgusting. I hate that character, but whatever. Can you guys hear the game audio, by the way? Knick-Knack said you could through the loading screen. I'll fix that for Thursday, but because I was had to recreate all of my normal scenes and get everything ready. So it was just a lot of effort trying to... Oh, you know what? I haven't. And I see something that I did wrong already. Let me switch you guys to live chat. On stream. There we go. Okay. Oh, disgusting. Yeah, I did see that you guys are gonna not dip below 100, or, for those of us in Celsius countries, I think that's 38 or 39 approximately for the next, 7 days. Which is absolutely fucking disgusting. Is that not disgusting, Quinn? I think Quinn has their earbuds in. My friend Quinn is here. You might see them crawling in and out of the apartment window behind me. While they have their morning coffee and stuff. I actually might do a surprise impromptu stream later this week on Mario Kart or Baldur's Gate or something with them. Maybe on Friday or Saturday. Which I think would be really fun. But yeah, you'll see them in my streams today and Thursday periodically. I'm really putting off starting Avalon le Fae. Technically, I don't need to start it. I wasn't even sure that both my streams were going to be Avalon le Fae this week, but then Nick went ahead and posted that they were both going to be Avalon le Fae, and I was like, okay, they're both going to be Avalon le Fae then. I was considering doing something else, but that's fine. As you can see, I've done lip service to the event. I do want to get through it so I can, like, clear some of the shop, because I do need the mats and stuff. But, you know, I've not done a whole lot. In terms of servants, I do have some new... We're gonna filter by... I think acquisition gives me my latest? Yeah, okay, so... Or at least it tries to give me my latest... Oh, and then it's organized by star level. Okay, so obviously y'all saw me get Space Eresh. And as you can see, I've finished ascending Kyokute Bakin. So I haven't started on skills yet for Kyokute, but I did finish ascending her finally. And then if we kind of scroll down to my... I was gonna say, it's not organizing them the way I want them to be organized, and I'm assuming that's just because... yeah, I don't know why it's doing that, but... let's scroll until we see... Okay, so there's my T.H.E Moon Cancer, who is fully ascended now. I'm very happy about that. There's my unfortunate Mysterious Heroine XX. Yeah, I figured I could, but you know, it'd be worth it to get through at least a little bit of LB6 while I'm here. So there's my new Mysterious Heroine XX. I'm very irritated about that because I had 5 tickets to spend and she showed up on my tickets before I got T.H.E, which was a bit annoying. I don't think I've pulled anything else new recently. I did go on a bit of a ascension spree on some of my lower rarity servants, so that's the other thing I did. So, you know, for some of my servants that were kind of lower rarity, but I figure I need to start, like, trying to ascend up some of the ones that I haven't already. I did get started on some of those. That's probably what you're seeing in the ascensions I have available. Yeah. Yeah, so I did my level ups for Altera and Saber Altria and so on. So that's what's available there, really. Yeah. I'm still missing mats for Castoria, so I do need to keep getting those mats at some point. When I have time, you know, when I have energy, when I have the desire in my soul to do that kind of thing. What am I? I think I'm not. Let's take a look real quick because I do want to get Castoria up. It doesn't really matter right now, I've been told. Yeah, it's the pages and the gems. Yeah, so I just need to grind them out. I don't think either of them are sold in the event shop this event, unfortunately. Let's take a look real quick. But I'm fairly certain I double-checked and they're not sold in the event shop. At least I know that the burning pages aren't, which is really annoying. And then they're not selling gems, so... yeah. I don't actually need a ton of statues right now. Except maybe if I wanted to continue ascending some of those lower rarity servants that I haven't been ascending, but, you know, that just depends on what I want to do, really, and that's not something I'm really interested in right now. I really only did it because I know you're supposed to at least try to have a bunch of servants ready for Ort, but I don't really know how that translates to my account, so we're kinda ignoring that. I don't want to spend today complaining about or discussing too much necessarily about Spain, although if y'all like post a question in chat or something, of course I'll answer it. But I do want to, I think we do want to try to get a tea time together in the next week. It's going to be highly dependent on our time schedules because I'm on East Coast time right now and Knickknack's on West Coast time and evenings aren't the best for me necessarily. At least until after the 8th, which would be inconvenient to wait that long. I guess that's only 4 days from now, so technically it's not that inconvenient. So how did everybody else's summers go? I know I've been like popping in and out of the Discord, but I haven't really been keeping super close track of who got what and like how successful they were, etc. Hi Luis. I am not ready for emotional suffering because I refuse to accept emotional suffering. I wonder if I have any...
Yeah?
Who do I have that can, like, skill up right now? Bakin. Wild. Yeah, if I was gonna do skill ups on a rider, I'd probably focus on you at this point. Oh, it's because I have the required materials for the level 8, not the level 7. That's annoying, missing like all those rider gems. Whereas I think with Baki, I don't have that many rider gems. Because unfortunately I found myself with a veritable wealth of riders. So when it comes to skilling them, I just don't have the gems available. You want mats. Oh, why? Why, Van Gogh, do you also want burning pages? I just need an event that drops, like, unlimited burning pages at this point. Like, the next time that those are available in an event, I need to, like, lock the fuck in on them. Because, boy, am I poor. Hello, Quinn.
Hi.
Would you like to say hi to chat?
As soon as I'm not going to.
Oh, they can't see you right now, so you're good. For the most part. For now. There we go. Oh my god. So there we go. Hmm?
Tell me when I'm cute.
There we go. Yeah, I know I'll need to do the servant in each class to 10, 10, 10 and level 100, but honestly, I think I'm still missing a couple of the servants I'd like to get there, so I need a... Caster Artoria is first, obviously. She's the first person I need to get up there. I have a ruler there already. Here's the thing, I really like Bakin, and I low-key do want to get her all the way up, but I don't think she's gonna be my Grand Rider, so it's kinda, you know, moot point, unnecessary? I don't know. I know it's always nice to have servants that are skilled up, but it just doesn't seem entirely necessary at this point. Let's see. In terms of gay, I don't think I don't have anything super worse more than I already had in terms of all my backup missions. Remind me at the end of today to do... I don't think I have any interludes, so before I end stream today, remind me to do at least one rank up. Yeah, because I need to get back to getting my way through all of these rank ups. Both for the gems and just for my servants in general. So I do need to do some rank ups, which would be very helpful. I also probably should run the event a little bit at some point. Yeah, I've got a new quest over there, and I need to get up on the... Well, that's good, because if I get caught up, I'm supposed to be doing the New Year's event. I'm not ending stream right now, Knick-Knack. I don't need the reminder now. Come back in 3 hours. Rude. Rude. I'm at 502 quartz. You know what? We're gonna throw one pull at Dobrinia. I don't need CL, and I would like a Jufu Avenger, but I really want that Dobrinia. I'll make up the court today while we're streaming, so I don't want to drop below 500 right now, but, you know. So let's see if I can get the Dobrinia. Chances are low. Extremely low. Yeah. Didn't think so, but we'll make up that court today in Avalon le Fae. Now, I don't really necessarily have a goal for today for how long I want to be running Avalon le Fae. I mean, there's an equal opportunity I get like 2 or 3 nodes done, maybe, and then swap over to running like some event shit. Just to keep, because I do need to try and buy out those statues. I really do. They would be super helpful. 42 sections total. Yeah, I mean, once I get back, I think my plan is to attempt to do 3 to 4 per stream. More if I can, but I'd like to meet at least a minimum of 3 to 4 sections, which would, in theory, get me to like maybe a 12 to 14 streams to finish. I mean, but that's only accounting for if I don't run into any like roadblocks that I need to like schedule help with, or story sections that are so incredibly long. So I think 12 to 14 is a good estimate. So that would be the goal, fingers crossed. But it's not like a hard and fast limit. I'm not gonna force myself to stay to like 12 to 14 streams for this chapter, because I know it's gonna be fucking massive. You're walking around so quietly. It does not matter, babe. You're fine. I have people just show up on camera all the time during these streams. Oh my god. Okay. So I guess guys, I really don't want to start Avalon le Fae. I so desperately don't. Oh, okay. Alright. Unfortunately, I don't have a second screen up, so I don't get to watch anything in big screen right now, so forgive me looking down at my phone. Almost exclusively. Well, hello there, you with the still unknown fate. I trust you can hear me. Or perhaps, hello again, Stargazer would be more appropriate. Either way, it doesn't really matter. You're here now, and I don't have to be bored out of my skull anymore, so will you hear what I have to say? I suppose it's less what I have to say exactly than it is one of the many songs the winds carried to me. I shall speak now of a future, of the end of the Isle of Mystics, which came to be known as Fairyland. Let the innocent return. Here stands the Queen's unknowable castle. It falls, like rain, like ash. It vanishes, like snow, like lies. Our desires languish, deferred. Even now we dance in the palm of the Queen's hand. We require now only a little more patience. After 2,000 years, the dawn shall bring the child who will be our salvation. She shall be the child who saves the world, who binds both peoples together. Even if her light begins as but an ember, even should no one see it, she will become as a flame to draw moths. A city of iron, a sea of soot. When the calamity recedes, her pilgrimage begins. Chosen by the staff of selection, the Savior, guarded by travelers from afar, shall reach the throne. The true king shall arrive at the throne. Accept now this bloodied crown. Ring, ring, like raging thunder, like weeping flame. Let us hearken to the 6 bells ringing. Blaze the path of the true king. Ere the red calamity catches us. Ere the black calamity devours us. Indolent and derelict though we may be, we are the scions of the free Fae. Never have we wished for anything, but still we desire a shining future. This is Merlin.
Hunting.
Yeah. So what'd you think? It takes its sweet time making its point, but you get it, yes? That's just how it is with prophecies. They don't make sense when you first hear them. But once events unfold, you see exactly what they mean. I can only assume that the red and the black calamities are fucking Melusine and Barghest. But maybe I'm wrong. In that sense, they're a lot like a curse that fixed itself to your back before you knew it was there. Well, looks like the scary lady found me. This is all I can do for now. The next time I see you will probably be after everything else is said and done. It's a shame I won't be able to help you fight, but I'm hugely relieved I won't have to fear for my life. Alright then, I'll be waiting for you in the confined land. Until next time. He's also called the Dick Wizard.
Like, colloquially or officially?
I think colloquially, but knowing Fate, I wouldn't be sure of that necessarily. Partially because they take a very direct route in the fact that he's definitely the reason that Morgan gave birth to Mordred or something. I don't know. It was so long ago that we did the video, but there's definitely sex magic at work.
Well, yeah. In Avalon?
Yeah.
Shock.
Especially when you mix the actual Fae into it. Oberon's a character.
They do fuck.
Yeah. This is Cath Palug.
That's not a name.
It's the creature Cath Palug that Arthur defeated, but it's also kind of Merlin.
Okay. Is this like a furry game?
No. In theory, he's supposed to have had his, sentience stripped from him at the end of the last chapter, but the writers just kind of forgot that and started ignoring it again. So occasionally you're going to hear me say things like, "Foo! Foo!" Because that's his voice.
Oh.
And that's what he says, and I'm supposed to insinuate that that means whole thoughts.
Right.
Which is super helpful. Dakota Doyle says, let's just say Merlin gave Artoria a third leg. Testing. Good morning, everyone. This is Scion. The time is now 7 a.m. I am very sorry to disturb you all during your precious, quiet, early morning hours. But I have an urgent message to relay to all Novum Chaldea staff. There has been a change in the sixth Lost Belt. The emergency situation we predicted is now in progress. Please remain calm and come to the command room as soon as you are able. Mash Kyrillite reporting for duty. What's going on here, Master? Don't bother asking, Seki Kyrillite. She and I both just got here ourselves, so we know as little as you. I don't even see my technical advisor or the captain anywhere. The only other ones here are that unflappable alchemist and... Good morning, my distinguished colleagues. I see by your healthy complexions that you all slept marvelously last night. Wonderful. This is Sherlock Holmes.
Why?
Because he's a literary character of enough renown that he became a heroic spirit. Nursery Rhyme is also a character. So is Moriarty. There's some other book characters too. But Moriarty's great. He's this sarcastic asshole old man. It's fantastic. I'd say this fulfills the first condition, wouldn't you, Miss Scion? Yes, I think so. It is very lucky that you are all in such good health right now. Let us see. We have Seki and Mash the demi-servant, the field op team. Munier the pirate, Tomlin and Kawata the operators. Octavia, Da Vinci's assistant. Chin the vehicle mechanic. Cayenne, the munitions and design engineer. Elron, the record keeper. Marcus, the Spiritron engineer. And Gordolf, who was just enjoying a heaping plate of pancakes with a rather generous drizzling of honey. I see not one of you is so much as batting an eye at this dire situation. Truly, you are all seasoned veterans. Fate does not ignore the fact that he was a crack addict.
No, one mustn't.
No, one mustn't. He also just kind of shows up and then spends the entire chapter going, I see. I believe that adds to what I've already surmised. And then at the end shows up with a 20-minute fucking monologue.
So he's annoying and unhelpful as usual.
Yes.
Great.
Mm-hmm. This will make it much easier to tell you what is going on. I really don't like where this is going, but come on, let's hear it. What is going on already? Does it have something to do with that searing red light flashing more godly than I've ever seen it flash before? Does it have... Is there a fire in the kitchen now or something? Oh, no, nothing like that. This is only a tiny planetary crisis that will eradicate us all in about 24 hours if we do not stop it. Eradication. Well, That's a much bigger deal than I was expecting. Wait, what did you say, you Egyptian knee sock wearer? What the fuck?
What does that mean?
Was that supposed to be a diss?
Does anybody know what that's supposed to mean?
I'm gonna Google what an Egyptian knee sock is. Cause or is Sion supposed to be Egyptian?
Surely not.
Well, I mean the character Sion.
I know.
Cause like, I didn't think Sion was Oh, Sion is Egyptian. So it's just referencing the fact that she's wearing knee heights. Okay, alright. Alright. Oh, maybe if I'd kept reading. It seems very rude to me to boil people down to their nationality, appearance, and or choice of apparel. Was the literal next line.
Oh. This area is always fucking hard.
I agree with that, but please let's not get sidetracked right now. Too late. Director Gordolph, Master and all the other staff members are still grappling with this news. What exactly do you mean by planetary crisis? I am sorry, you are right. We do not have a lot of time to spare, so I will be as forthright as I can. As you note, it has been about 3 weeks since the shocking operation to eliminate Limbo. In that time, Novum Chaldea has been tuning up the storm border and devising plans of attack for the remaining 6th and 7th Lost Belts. That said, as I have told you all before, I saw no need to infiltrate Britain, the site of the 6th Lost Belt, so I have been focusing my efforts on the 7th Lost Belt where the foreign god is hiding out. Yes, I remember, you said we could leave the 6th Lost Belt to its own devices, because... Go on, Seki, tell her. Indeed, the Tree of Emptiness that helped establish the British Lost Belt was used to burn down the Tree of Emptiness in Olympus. As further proof, we have not observed any magical energy readings associated with the Trees of Emptiness coming from Britain since then. As such, the British Lost Belt should disappear on its own, much like the Chinese one did, or so we thought. Right, the British Lost Belt may still be shrouded in a wall of light, but it's no longer a threat to humanity. At least, that was our understanding. Is that not the case? No, it is. We were still keeping it under observation, but we did not consider it a threat. Not until this very moment, anyway. This is the Paper Moon's planetary observation grid, and these are Sheba's predictions. According to this, the British Lost Belt will vanish in about 24 hours, and when it does, it will also engulf the rest of the planet like an enormous tsunami. Earth will then crumble under the weight of its own gravity, utterly annihilating the planet. We're not talking about one of the foreign gods' pseudo-black holes. This would well and truly be the end of Earth. This will overwrite humanity's current bad ending, the bleached Earth phenomena, with a completely dead end. Oh dear. That's gonna be a problem.
Oh.
That we don't know, but now that we know what will happen if left unchecked, we can ill afford to simply sit back and twiddle our thumbs. Phrasing, people. The translations really need work sometimes. Da Vinci and Captain Nemo are on the storm border as we speak, getting it ready to launch. Up till now, we have been using the shadow border to infiltrate the Lost Belts via void space, but this sudden development has left us without the time we need to prepare. Fortunately, we now have the storm border, which is capable of directly breaching the walls surrounding the Lost Belt. As a battleship, the storm border is essentially our frontline base. While we'll still be conducting on-site investigations in the shadow border, having a base where we can always resupply will be a tremendous asset. Furthermore, Trismegistus II categorized this phenomena as a collapse. But one could also call it a trap, or perhaps a pitfall. A pitfall. Then do you think Britain is going to cave in on itself or sink underwater? I'm afraid I can offer no definitive answer until we get there. Regardless, I suspect not even the foreign god herself foresaw this turn of events. It's all well and good that Britain will disappear. Indeed, it's only to be expected now that its Tree of Emptiness is effectively dead. But, if that disappearance is going to infuge the entire planet, then it is a matter we must investigate and ultimately resolve. After all, there would be no feasible way to restore Earth to its pre-bleached state if there is no Earth left to restore. Okay, I'm with you there, but what the hell can we do in only 24 hours? A lot, as a matter of fact. You see, the 24-hour period is in our time frame, but according to Sheba, time moves very differently within the Lost Belt. Once inside the British Lost Belt, our time constraint will cease to be a concern. So as long as you can resolve this phenomena while you are there, we should all be set. That said, time is still definitely not on our side. Which is why we are going to have all Chaldea's staff board the Stormboarder, and head for Britain as soon as we finish our final safety check. Then, once you arrive at its wall of light, you will use the Stormboarder's dimension-piercing drill to breach it, and make your way into Britain, the 6th Lost Belt. So a fairy circle. You want me to go into a fairy circle? That's a choice.
Could have taken you to Hell's Kitchen for that.
Does time also stand still there?
Yes.
You say from experience?
Depends on how much you drink.
That is all I have to say, and as luck would have it, the Shadow Boarder has just arrived at the dock. I know this mission is being sprung on you very suddenly, but Da Vinci will fill you in on the details aboard the Stormboarder.
Da Vinci?
Yes, Leonardo da Vinci.
It's crazy to me that you have to read all of the dialogue.
I don't have to read the dialogue when my own character is speaking.
Why?
Because I choose not to.
Oh.
I'm choosing not to personify myself. I just clicked through that dialogue.
Sexy.
Mostly because we, as the game's protagonists, we are the essential equivalent of a diversity hire to fill out numbers.
Oh.
We're a moron. We're not particularly good at what we do, and we know nothing. So most of our dialogue essentially just consists of, okay, yeah, I agree. Totally want to do that. You're so funny.
That's boring.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes there's more, but I've run into, there's so often that, it gives me, 2 vocal choices, and the 2 choices will be I totally understand and agree with you, and I totally understand what you're saying, and I think I agree with you.
And I think I agree with you.
And I'm just is there really a choice being given here? No.
No.
It's the same thing. Let's see. Hi, Cinerite. Yeah, it is nice to be back. Well, Federico, I'm sure I'll get tripped up on some of them and then complain about the translation quality. But hopefully it won't be that bad. Be careful out there, everyone. I cannot wait to hear what sort of fun hijinks you get up to this time. I literally just had 2 dialogue choices with, huh? You're not coming, Scion? Huh? Scion, you're not coming?
To be fair, I would have also been the fuck do I have to go and you don't have to go?
No, that's because we're the diversity hire. We're expendable. Sorry, you're right. I did say the entire staff. My bad. I did not phrase that as intended. I felt it would be much too presumptive to count a newcomer like myself as a member of Chaldea's staff. Please do not worry about me. I am just going to stay here and continue to monitor the 7th Lost Belt. Do your best out there, Seki. I promise I will do the same here.
If I'm about to die again to one of these little stupid fucking bugs. Oh!
Quinn is currently trying to beat Hollow Knight. And has been for how many hours have you sunk into this game?
40. So, I'm really just scratching the surface here.
It's not the worst.
It could be worse.
It could be worse.
It could be better.
Yeah. Don't worry about cussing. I cuss all the time when I'm streaming, so.
I wasn't going to worry about it. I really appreciate the reassurance.
My time in the motherland was disgusting, Sunnerite. I really enjoyed the beaches and the food was fantastic. The weather made me want to kill myself. That said, if you all should blow this one, both I and this base will cease to exist in about 24 hours, so I'm counting on you all more than ever. But I'm not at all worried. I know you will succeed. You are being far too cheerful for this. Oh, Nemo Marines. Attention, all crew members. I repeat, attention, all crew members. We've arrived at the waters near the British Lost Belt 2 hours after departing the Wandering Sea, just as we expected. We're currently 200 kilometers north of the Isle of Britain. The Wall of Light looks to be a dimensional rift just like the World's End from the Sixth Singularity. Thanks to Da Vinci and the professor's analysis, we've learned that the rift is its thinnest on the southern side. So that is where we'll be heading, and we'll begin the dimensional boring as soon as we arrive. We expect to begin the operation in 45 minutes. All hands remain at your posts until further notice. You know what this translation lacks, I'm finding more and more as we get further into the Cosmos chapters? Contractions. Like, whoever's translating this is using, like, very uncontracted language, which sometimes makes the sentences seem a lot more clunky than they need to be. No, I was on Menorca, not mainland Spain. So, not at all. Menorca is an even smaller island than Majorca, right next to it. So there was nothing like that available. There you have it. We're going to begin the operation as soon as possible without any breaks. The Storm Border's a big ship after all, so it can't just slip into void space like the Shadow Border. But what it can do is use its massive propulsive force and magical energy barriers to withstand the dimensional friction that separates different worlds. Basically, it's a giant drill. What we're going to do is fire the Storm Border through that wall of light like a bullet. The entry impact will be just as strong as it is for Zero Sail, so make sure you're all in a calm state of mind. If you're confused, distraught, or terrified, then your soul might not be able to keep up with your body. Yes, I'm well aware. You mean that weird sensation where it feels like your chest and head are being stretched out like taffy, right? No need to worry about us, Captain. This isn't our first rodeo. More importantly, we do have a firm plan of action in place, yes? Because I don't even want to think about entering a Lost Belt without a strategy or a goal. Of course we do. Don't worry, Gordy. We know exactly what it is we have to do. After all, we were always planning on going after the British Lost Belt at some point. Really? You were? But I thought the British Lost Belt was no longer a threat, at least up until today. Right you are, but nonetheless we were indeed making plans to explore it well before now. While we only have a few bits and pieces of information to work with at the moment, we do know that Beryl Gut remains in the British Lost Belt, and that its king was able to launch an attack on Olympus's Tree of Emptiness. What's more, this king was even able to burn the very Tree of Emptiness required to sustain their Lost Belt. While it's still unclear whether Beryl tricked them into doing so or if they acted with informed consent, what matters is that they possess enough power to burn a Tree of Emptiness single-handedly. And then there's... Oh, hang on. Yep, a hugely powerful spell akin to divine punishment that was able to reach Olympus all the way from Britain. A mystic that surpassed even Kirstaria's ideal magecraft. That was Rongominiad, all right. It's a spell devised not by human hands, but by the inner sea of the planet itself. It would be a powerful weapon against a foreign god, which means it's something we desperately need. The planet's inner sea. What is that? Oh, that? It's basically a paradise of legend. Every mythology's got some kind of promised eternal holy land, right? Utopia, the Garden of Eden, the Land of the Young, Tir na Nog, and so on. Well, Britain's is called Avalon. It's supposed to be an otherworldly paradise that can't be reached by ordinary means. It's also said to lie inside the planet, that it's where the... See, that's what I mean. It's also said to lie inside the planet, and that it's where the souls of stars go to sleep. That could be phrased differently. Pretty much every clock tower mage has heard about it. I know I called it a legend, but that's not how the people who can actually see it think of it. There are some people out there who really might be able to get to the planet's inner sea. Hell, the clock tower's even got a department for exploring it. That said, we're talking about a place that's completely outside human comprehension. Once you get mixed up with something like that, you're practically already lost to a world outside our own. What are you saying, Munapaza? Are you talking about the underground workshop? They're just an ordinary archaeological team with a fancy name. Really, how could anyone take them seriously after they proudly proclaimed they found Earth's belly button underneath the clock tower? I may be something of a magecraft elitist, but even I would be too embarrassed to say something like that with a straight face. It's so wild to me that, like, we're treating, like, Avalon, like, the way this is, because I know that in Atlantis Olympus I made so many Stargate comparisons, but there's also an Avalon in Stargate, and it is this, like, secret area hidden away by, like, the ancients, and you do have to, like, go find it, and that's how they actually get to, I believe, finding Atlantis is how they find the ship and the stuff in the Arctic that allows them to get to Stargate Atlantis, which is in the Andromeda Galaxy. So, you know, the Stargate comparisons abound. If we're quite done with our digression about the Mages Association and the Clock Tower's inner politics, let's return to the subject at hand, shall we? Now that we know the King of the British Lost Belt controls Rongo Miniad, we need to investigate it and learn how it works. Indeed, the Rongo Miniad is the very reason why we were already making plans to explore the British Lost Belt. While the circumstances have forced us to act sooner than we had hoped, we were always going to pay them a visit eventually. So then, Master's mission this time isn't just to investigate the Lost Belt. While we do of course also need to prevent the collapse Trismegistus II warned us about, securing Rongo Miniad is our top priority. As such, our ultimate goal for this Lost Belt is to negotiate with its king for it. You mean, you want to cut a deal with this Lost Belt's king, someone capable of essentially firing intercontinental ballistic missiles at will? Yep. Honestly, I think it's pretty reckless, even for us. I'd love to get my hands on Rongo Miniad, too.
Is this belt like a belt you wear?
Oh, the Lost Belts? No.
Oh.
So...
I was expecting some WWE thing.
I wish. No, so the world technically ended, and the Earth was, like, bleached into, like, flat whiteness, right? Like, nothing but, like, white sands across the entirety of the Earth, right?
Okay.
Like, fully bleached. And so that starts the Cosmos and the Lost Belts stories. Okay. And then what happens is that there's 7, they call them Lost Belts, right? Each one is like a separate individual world that has its own king and like its own society, and they're the divergence of human history, right? Like, what if something had happened an unknown number of years ago and significantly diverged history into like an entirely new version of the Earth?
Like the Earth got bleached.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And essentially, the Lost Belts are growing in power, and eventually they're going to need to like fight against one another to determine which one is the like the Earth that's gonna win and become the rest of the Earth when the foreign god arrives. So like the first one we did was Anastasia Permafrost Empire, which was a version of Russia where if during the time of Ivan, the Thunder Emperor, right, like Ivan the Terrible, right, if the Earth had become so hostile to human life that mages were forced to merge humans with magical animals, right? So it was kind of like a furry thing because all of the characters were like half wolf, half human, or anthropomorphic wolves, and Ivan is like part woolly mammoth.
Or is there another option?
So the second Lost Belt was Gotterdammerung, which was the Scandinavian one.
Good name.
Right. Except it was a little disturbing in that there were like 100 villages, and if you did not have a child by the time you were like 16, you basically got sent out to die via fucking frost giants before you turned 20.
I could die fucking frost giants.
Yeah. Yeah, to keep the population like controlled, and the society never evolved. It would do just little villages. Okay. And then the third one was China. So Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor, turned himself into like some sort of like technological magic-based like godlike being who created like a literal like Ethernet shield over the entire world, but also prevented all evolution of culture and essentially locked people into like Soviet Union style jobs where it's like, you are a farmer. You were born to a farmer. You will be a farmer forever.
Do any of these
you are an artist. Suck? So no, that's kind of the point, is that the kings determine what the Lost Belts are like, and they're all kind of shit, but so is our Earth. So, like, there's a moral conundrum, supposedly, in the story of, like, is our version of humanity really any better than what any of these people are doing? Because we have all of our own issues and faults.
Yes.
Then the fourth one was India, which was based on the Mahabharata.
Cool.
Except basically all humanity was being trapped in a constant cycle, right? Like the Kalpic cycle. And if you, like, walked outside the door or stopped believing in the god, then like monsters would murder you, and then you'd be reborn, and you'd have to live with the memories of the fact that you'd been murdered and reborn so many times.
I like this one best so far.
Yeah. Fifth was Atlantis and Olympus.
Sick.
Where the mechanical gods came to Earth, and essentially, I mean, they performed the functions of the Greek gods through the three, the Gigantomachy, the Titanomachy, but then there was a fourth war where the gods were fighting themselves because, you know, some of them were like, humans should be deterministic and should be allowed to, like, make their own choices. What are you looking for?
My coffee.
Oh, I don't know. And then the rest of the gods were like, no, we want to control humans and keep them living eternally without ever changing for like 10,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, imagine you were like a 12-year-old for 10,000 years, unable to ever change or evolve or grow. But you live in a utopia, so it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. And then this is number 6, which is Fairy Britain, Avalon le Fae. Number 7 is the one I have to do after this. It's Nahui Mictlan, and it's actually like a tour through basically the Mayan and Aztec underworlds.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. So the divergent part of Gotterdammerung was, what if Surtur won in Ragnarok?
Oh.
And the only person left was Skadi combined with the heroic spirit Skahak. So Queen Skahak Skadi. Yeah. So like each of these is an equally terrible outcome.
Yeah.
And then the whole point of these lost belts is that there's like a tree of emptiness that's like growing inside of all of them. And in theory, when the tree blossoms, it summons the foreign god. The foreign god being like a god or a being from so far outside of space that they're considered foreign to everything we know. Which very Lovecraftian vibes and stuff, because we get like because they call them like the foreign gods or the outer gods, and they're often Lovecraftian gods. And then they mix them with regular like heroic and historical spirits, like Abigail Williams is mixed with Yog-Sothoth and so on, but it's the Abigail Williams from the Crucible. Yeah.
Okay.
Weird shit.
Okay.
Weird shit happens. The best part about Avalon le Fae is honestly the Fairy Knights, because Barghest, Melusine, and Balbanshi are like the epitome of like sexy, strong female characters.
Cool.
Because they're just like Tamlin Tristan, Tamlin Gawain, and Tamlin Lancelot, maybe?
Mm.
I know Tamlin Tristan is Balbanshi, but I've forgotten which Tamlins the other two are. Morgan's obviously the King of the Lost Belt, I think, in this one. Yeah. And Morgan is, like, epic and super great. She controls Rhongomyniad, the spear of King Arthur.
Cool.
Yeah.
Famously have a sword, but okay.
Excalibur, Caliburn, and Rhongomyniad. Yeah. And other things. She keeps pulling random shit out of hats all the time.
That's kind of what she does.
Yeah. This is baby Da Vinci, by the way. Regular Da Vinci was murdered by someone sticking a fist through their chest, so we got baby Vinci.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The thing that murdered it was Koyanskaya, which is like the weird human beast personification of the Tunguska event. Like that meteor crater landing in Russia.
Right.
Yeah. Barghest is Tamlin Gawain.
It's a huge game.
Oh, yeah. I think the total word count, right, just for words written across the story of the entirety, I was looking it up a while ago, is something like 8 or 9, million words across the entirety of the story currently, and it's technically ongoing, ended-ish.
That's like 3 or 4 community fanfics.
Oh yeah, it's like the entirety of a fucking Harry Potter, like 7 times over. Yeah. This is the longest Lost Belt, apparently. Like, the actual physical longest written story is Avalon le Fae. Which is ironic that it takes place inside of, like, a weird 24-hour, like,
Rasputin killed Da Vinci?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rasputin's also, like, I'd smash.
You'd smash Rasputin anyway.
I'm not into the whole beard thing. I'm not.
I know. But still.
The Orthodox beard doesn't get me, but let me... Hold on.
I know what Rasputin looks like.
No, not from FGO.
Oh.
Okay. Those are his 3 forms.
Yeah.
Yeah. The man gets, like, significantly hotter
So nobody
once
allows
he takes
to
off his shirt.
be ugly.
Oh, I would make the argument. Let me show you Julius Caesar. This pisses me off so much.
No, that's great.
I hate it.
No, that's great.
I hate this with every part of my soul.
I love it.
There's a fucking YouTube short of me hating on this. Like, explicitly. I fucking hate
This is so good.
FGO's Julius Caesar. It makes me so upset. Actually so upset. This is Morgan Le Fae.
Okay.
Queen of the Lost Belt, yeah. She's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
We love her. My favorite of the Fae Knights is Bao Ban Chi.
Cool. I'm gonna see why.
Yeah. But I like her summer form even better because she looks so cute like that. I tried so hard to roll Kate Kusir Priestess. I probably spent like 200 gems on her.
That's crazy.
Could not get her.
That's so rough.
In fact, I got the... she's a 4-star? I got the 5-star on the same banner. But not her. Which pisses me the fuck off.
I will never have sympathy for your broken rolls.
Chat wants you to see Cleopatra now. Chat loves it when I show people who don't know about Fate characters. There's an entire event where Cleopatra tries to get Julius Caesar fit again. Through, like, dieting and exercise. Yeah, that's from the event. It makes... I'm on Cleopatra's side here! I fucking hate that Caesar looks like that. It's so fucking terrible. I hate it. I don't know. They haven't seen any FGO characters, chat. Okay. They're pulling out they're listing characters I hate. Did you say Edison or Tesla? Edison. That's the Preza King.
Ew.
Yeah, well... It's because Thomas Edison combines his essence with, like, the collective essence of the US president to become the Preza King. Because it's the only way that he's strong enough as a figure to be summoned.
What?
Yeah, because the more recent you are in history, the harder it is to have enough, like, fame and history behind you to actually be added to the Throne of Heroes and summoned. So it becomes there are increasingly less servants the closer you get to modern day. With the exception of the Voyager space probe, who does exist and is adorable.
Yes. Personified.
Yes! Voyager is the cutest. This is Voyager! Isn't he precious?
Yes.
He's actually the cutest. Yeah, hard for people to stand out because modern tech makes heroic actions hard. So, further away in history, the more figures we have. And then gods are a little funky. Like, technically gods can't be summoned from the heroic spirit pool. So what they do is they often combine a god with, like, another historical figure or character and then downgrade the god's abilities to be like, oh, they're just an aspect of this god.
Okay.
Rather than, you know, popping a god out.
Right. Popping a god out.
Yeah. Which, there are actually a quite stunning amount of servants with, like, godly abilities and shit, which is hilarious, because they're like...
might be the worst one.
Yeah.
That's what people text thinks he looks like.
Yeah, to be fair, he also, like, every time you encounter him in story, he's like, I will create an empire of workers who are, like, all working towards a common cause, and that's the greatness of America. Yeah, well, minor gods are separate, you know? That's like Estrella. I fucking love Estrella. Oh. This is the horseman.
There's only one?
Technically there's 3, but this is the one that I care about. It's Zhang Yu.
Does he fly?
No.
Then what's with all the little spiky things?
Those are swords. He has 6 arms and 6 swords.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's sort of like a Qin Shi Huang, like, mechanically made him out of, like, a homunculus body and a heroic spirit soul.
Cool.
Yeah. He's kind of great. This is my bae. This is my love.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Why is there a picture of Marlon Brando as the Godfather compared to...
It's a meme.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's like, cause this is how, like, so Estrella is an example. Estrella's the god. Like, she's the Greek goddess Estrella. But obviously gods cannot fully manifest. So Estrella manifests inside the body of a character named Luvia Edelfelt, or Forklift Lady.
Okay.
And so she looks like Luvia, but it is Estrella. And so this is Luvia, and then that's her as Estrella.
Okay.
She really, really likes Lucha Libre.
Okay.
That's why she has this outfit.
Okay.
Yeah. And her final move is to suplex you on the scales of justice.
Love.
Yeah. It's fucking fantastic. I adore her. She's my only servant that I've leveled up to like 100 with like 10 skills.
Whoa.
Edison is late stage capitalism of the servant. He just gets progressively worse.
Sounds right.
Yeah. It's kind of awful. Yeah.
No wrestling.
Yeah. And then Quetzalcoatl. So the Mayan gods are actually descended from something that landed on Earth with the meteor that killed the dinosaurs or something like that, like some sort of bacteria or something, that then they grew into like what would become like the Mayan Aztec gods, right? So they're not technically gods, but they're kind of gods. Ketz is my favorite one of those because obviously like sharp teeth, red eyes, you know, hot lady. She also really likes Lucha Libre wrestling. Yeah. And she wields her weapon is a macuahuitl.
Cool.
Yeah. Which I think is fucking fantastic. God, I love Ketz. She also has a Santa version where she mixed up Santa and Samba. And then Carnival. And we ended up with Samba Ketz.
Okay.
Who dresses like that as opposed to normal Ketz, who is normal to some extent, at least in comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah, LB7 was very funky.
Little Ancient Aliens on that one.
Yeah, it is very Ancient Aliens. Yeah. And then you get Kukulkan and Tezcatlipoca and you know, some other stuff. Yeah, the germ stuff. I don't fucking get it. All I know is that it's something to do with dinosaurs, and there are dinosaurs in that Lost Belt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's kind of great, though. So there's Santa versions of some servants. Famously, so Florence Nightingale has a servant, right? And one of Florence Nightingale's descendants discovered that she has an FGO servant. And he went on this, like, long Reddit post about discovering that, like, his great-great-great-great-grandmother has, like, a fucking FGO servant. And people really like to thirst after her.
I'm so glad Florence Nightingale isn't here to see this. Like, she died, and she was like, I wonder what my legacy will be. And it's so reassuring that this never occurred to her. No shade.
Yeah, this is Florence Nightingale.
Hot.
Yeah. That's Santa version.
Yeah.
Her main weapon is a gun.
Right.
And she shoots, like, medicine at you, but also her version of medicine involves amputation and very large needles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes it extremely funny. Other than there have been some like really weird things over the years that we've been doing, like FGO, that Nick Nack has shown me, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like Ivan the Terrible being a fucking woolly mammoth is pretty fucking weird, you know?
Tracks though.
It does, but it's really fucking weird.
Yep.
Like, trying to think. Because I know there's some other, like, fuck-ass ones. And then, like, sometimes the servants take on, like, they like, modern things. So, like, there's servants who, like, stream on, like, the in-universe version of, like, Twitch or whatever. And they talk, oh my god, there's this one servant, not Osaka Hime, but the Suzuka Gozen. Suzuka Gozen has, like, the strongest, most stereotypical Valley Girl speak that you have ever heard in your life. It physically hurt me to read her lines out loud. Because it's just like, oh my god. Personified
Brilliant.
as a servant.
Brilliant.
Yeah, AUO cast off. Fuck that shit. Oh. Let's see. Nightingale's so weird. Apparently that descendant came back with fan art of Nightingale, so he's cool with it now.
Oh.
Which is a little weird, in my opinion. I find that strange.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just me.
No.
Yeah. My white whale in this game is Ramses the Great, Ozymandias.
That's okay.
I've been trying to get him for like the entirety of like the 4 years I've been playing this game, and he has evaded me for all of that time thus far.
Yeah.
I want him so badly. so very badly. I've gotten almost all of the other Egyptian servants at this point. Because I have Cleopatra, and I have Nitocris, and I have both versions of Nitocris. No, I don't. I don't have Nitocris Altar, but I have Nitocris Assassin. And I have Ptolemaeus, and Tut isn't out yet, not until this August, when he releases as a new servant. So I have everyone but Ozzy and Nitocris Altar, and it pisses me off. But the funniest thing about FGO is because it's focused on like mythological and historical servants, there's this thing called the Astolfo effect, where there are genuinely some mythological and historical servants that are like so little known around the world that they became more well known because they were featured in Fate than their actual existence in history.
Cool.
So FGO has kind of brought them back into like the forefront of people's minds as like a historical or mythological figure that people could learn about. So that's pretty cool in my opinion. You know.
Oh, that is very cool.
Yeah. Ptolemaeus' second attack is to wield the power of the Library of Alexandria at you. Because he's the one who patroned its creation.
Okay.
Yeah. But between the Stormborder, the heroic spirits.
Feels like the building wields the spiritual knowledge.
Collectively, the spiritual knowledge of everything contained within the Library of Alexandria to fucking punch you in the face with power.
Okay, so he's not going around like Wicked Witch dropping houses on people.
No, but I wish he was, because that would be really cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Between the Stormborder, the heroic spirit system, and the Black Barrel, I think we should be able to neutralize the so-called planet-level threat like the foreign god if the circumstances call for it. Scion was adamant that we need divine construct, though, so here we are. Yeah, we were talking about Tenochtitlan the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because she's a city, but also a servant, and also part of the god Tlaloc.
Okay.
The rain god from, you know, Mayan. You know, as we remember that one professor. Look for the goggles.
That one professor.
Yeah. Yeah, that one professor.
That one infamous professor, yeah.
Yeah, that we shared.
Yeah.
10H is so cute, though. I adore her so much. They even made her, like, drip blood from, like, her hands and feet in reference to the human sacrifices made at her temples.
Whoa.
No, I will not respect the President of the Earth. Da Vinci shouldn't either. Fuck the President of the Earth. No, I don't know what that means.
Okay.
I'm assuming that they're maybe referring to you, Olga Marie, which is the foreign god descended, but I've been ignoring it because it feels weird and sounds weird. Well, Miss Cyan is an Atlas alchemist. I've no doubt she has something unique in mind. And let's not forget, we wouldn't have the Nautilus or the Stormboarder if it weren't for her. So I, for one, am perfectly willing to go along with this plan of hers. Especially if it leads us to acquiring Rongominiad or something equivalent. Oh, don't you think you're being just a little overly optimistic here, Holmes? This could be the biggest burden we've asked Seki to bear so far, you know? You'll have to continue this conversation later. We've almost reached the drilling point. All hands return to your posts. Brace for space-time crossing impact. Oh, right. Sorry, Captain. In the eternal words of chat, don't worry, it'll all make sense eventually.
Sure.
Which I highly doubt at all times. Ah, crap. The wall's right in front of us. Sorry for not paying closer attention, Captain. Alright, I understand. I still don't like it, but at least I get the point of the mission now. Remember, Seki, this won't be like any of the other Lost Belts we've faced so far. Negotiation requires a careful, thoughtful approach, so try to keep your reckless risk-taking to no more than 30% of your usual antics. Good grief, it seems Gordolf beat me to the punch. As important as this mission may be, it should be within our ability to acquire this weapon. Fortunately, we have both knowledge and time on our side. Regardless of what sort of person we may be dealing with, as long as we take things one step at a time, we're sure to arrive at the truth eventually. Okay. Oh. This is Nemo. Like from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Right.
Yep.
Cute.
They made another version of him and combined him with the Bible character Noah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why not?
And there's a Santa Nemo. There are many Nemos. Yeah, we're literally hired to fill a quota. Literally the last choice. So they chose 48 people, right, to save the world. We were the last choice. Literally chosen to just fill out the 48th slot.
Right.
And then everyone in front of us died when the Earth was destroyed. And we were the only one left.
Love to be useful.
Of course. Yeah, totally. Our servants carry us. We do nothing. Good. Professor, start the final safety check. Stormboarder initiate zero coding. Triton engines 1, 2, and 3 are all green. Space and time difference correlations between the border and drilling target have been calculated. Da Vinci will protect the ship's armor from the computer room while the Nemo series focus on maintaining our route. The computer room just gave us the all-clear, Captain. We're looking at a 99.9% chance of success. Dimension-piercing battleship Stormboarder, move out. Prepare to enter the 6th Lost Belt. Yeah. Oh, look, it only took... Aha! So, yep. Fae Round Table, Dominion. Avalon le Fae, the moment a planet is born.
Whoa.
Not as cool as the day to bring down the gods. Olympus. Hey, I think I get a quirk for that. Beautiful. I better get rewards for that. Yay. Oh, I got a lot of rewards for that. You know what that lot of rewards means, chat? I'm gonna roll for Dobrynia. Really quickly before we go on, because I really want Dobrynia. Dobrynia Nikitich is the wife of one of the boyars of Russian mythology, and she rides a dragon. Jekyll and Hyde, fuck you. God, I have the worst fucking luck in this game. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're getting carried, Frozen Lion. Oh my god. Dobrynia Nikitich.
Everybody's naked.
Yeah. Oh! I gotta show you my favorite servant. Summer servant. So, obviously Elizabeth Bathory's like a really big character in story. Like, there's like 11 versions of her.
Okay.
But my favorite version of her is Summer Carmilla. Because Summer Carmilla, her special attack is to run you over in a pink convertible.
Cute.
There is also regular Carmilla who just shuts you inside of an Iron Maiden.
Oh.
Yeah, while
That's
wearing
all.
like vaguely bondage gear. But yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. Honestly, way cooler than most of the Elizabeth Bathory's.
Yeah.
The only Ellie Chan's weird because like I don't know. I think the Ellie Chans I like most are the Mecha Ellie Chans, which are kind of like inspired by Mecha Godzilla.
Right.
Yeah. Ugh. God, why are there so many pips in this node?
Do you know what that means?
There's like 7 individual mini story segments inside of this one node.
Ew.
And then there's the 42 nodes inside the chapter.
Oh.
Yeah. The fairies cherished free. Oh, it's Cernunnos! That's the shape of Cernunnos in Fate. The fairies cherished freedom. The fairies guarded their love. In recompense, the children lost their world. Though it is destroyed over and over again, your Britain will ever prosper. Spring's surprise, summer's quarrel, autumn's joy, and winter's battle. Death piled upon death to stand eternal. Be wary and never forget. No matter how sturdy the walls, a castle's foundation never changes. As the world took new form, the roots aged, and now, unseen and unfelt, the gnawing of the tiniest of insects shall bring all to ruin. Oh dear. The command room seems a little dark. Yes, you were, and I think I lost conscious for a moment too. What about all of you? Same here. It was kind of a dizzy feeling, I guess. Ugh, and my head's still kind of spacey too. Ugh, I remember the captain declaring we'd broken through the wall of light, then nothing. On a different note, why is it so dark in here now? Hi, Nutty! Yeah, just start with very reassuring lines. I'm here, thanks, but it's kind of hard to talk right now. You too, Captain Nemo? Then it seems I'm not the only one feeling under the weather at the moment. That's terrible, but why did this happen? Allow me to explain. Oh, that's what she looks like colored.
Cool.
So Leonardo da Vinci, their spirit manifests inside of a homunculus body that's based off of the Mona Lisa.
Okay, right. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically that does actually make a little bit more sense than some of the other servants I've seen.
Yeah.
The explanations for. Da Vinci, you're okay. Of course, as you can see, I'm the same chipper Da Vinci as always. It's all because I was synced up to the border in the computer room. While you were all out cold, I took care of things inside the ship and finished analyzing the outside atmosphere. So, where should I begin? Probably with why you and Nemo aren't feeling like yourselves, huh? No, that's alright. The fact that you and Miss Kyrillite are fine tells me everything I need to know. Think back to the Chinese Lost Belt. The moment we entered Britain, both Nemo and myself fell deeply under the weather. That must mean no heroic spirit can function here, or rather, no heroic spirit extracted from human history. And that, in turn, tells us that human history simply does not exist here. Am I correct? I can't whistle. I should have known you'd figure it out that fast. I just checked the spirit origin graph I transferred to the border, and it was completely shut down. There's not even a fragment of the base needed for heroic spirits from proper human history to exist here. The Chinese Lost Belt's history had no need for heroic spirits, but I'm guessing heroic spirits simply don't exist in this Lost Belt's history. That's why heroic spirits from proper human history like you guys can't set foot on the Isle of Britain. You're basically being attacked by the entire world, since you never existed here in the first place. So there's essentially not enough of a foundation for heroic spirits to operate here. Take, say, Robin Hood, for example. He should be able to exist in any Lost Belt, right? He's so vaguely defined that it should only take a single skilled archer existing at some point in history, regardless of what their name might have been, for him to qualify. But now you're saying that even conditions as vague as those don't exist here in this British Lost Belt. You got it. That was a great example, Gordy. Well, I have reached a point in my tenure as director where I've actually begun to enjoy reading the reports. I dare say I know even more about Lost Belts than Seki does now, at least on a purely intellectual level. At any rate, I see now. So this history never contains so much as a single skilled archer, eh? How the hell does that work? These Lost Belts have been around for over 2019 years, yes? So how could they have that much history and not a single historically significant figure? They couldn't. Lost Belt or not, any path human history takes must fit within certain definitions. Any manner of human civilization must inevitably pass through a template of particular technological milestones. It's simply not possible for an animal species to propagate itself for over 10,000 years without its culture and average quality of life meeting certain criteria. And naturally, over the course of that history, people will always branch out into different occupations. Though their names may differ, there will inevitably be famed swordfighters, archers, spearfighters, artisans, soldiers, kings, and detectives. The lack of any such figures even existing here must mean... An excellent insight, Miss Seki. Indeed, that would be the simplest explanation. But there are still other possibilities left to explore. I'll have to do so later. Very helpful, Holmes. Hang on, then why are the technical advisor and Kyrillite there seemingly unaffected? In my case, it's probably because I'm a demi-servant. I do have Galahad's spirit origin, but I'm not actually him, so... Yep, pretty much. As for me, I'm technically a homunculus of Leonardo da Vinci, not the original, so that would explain why I'm not affected. That said, I'm even more of a Leonardo, read genius, than the original, so this might actually work out great. Then the only servants who will be of any help in this Lost Belt are you and Mash. Seriously? You mean we can't even summon new ones on site? Since this place rejects any heroic spirits from human history, it seems real unlikely we'll be able to bolster our forces that way, Jesus. If we want to increase our numbers, our only choice is to ask the people of this Lost Belt for help. But never mind that now. Can you tell us what happened over these last 30 minutes, Da Vinci? Sure, right after the Stormboarder punched through the wall of light, the whole system went kaput. Every electronic device we had on board shut down, causing the Stormboarder to crash. Luckily, Nemo Engineer was able to use the last of her strength to get one Triton engine back up and running. That, in turn, left the Stormboarder break away from the island's airspace and make an emergency landing in the ocean to its southwest. That's where we are now. The generators are still out of commission, so we're running on auxiliary power. Yeah, the situation definitely isn't great, but hey, it's not like we haven't been in tight spots before. In fact, I'd say the fact that we weren't attacked right off the bat and are able to have a leisurely chat like this makes us at least a little lucky. In some ways, the Lost Belts and the whole pruning theoretical phenomenon and everything that they've been explaining throughout the entire last 6 chapters of this story, it's very low-key multiverse, pruning off timelines that diverge and that sort of thing. Yeah. I don't know if realistically, I mean, yeah, I don't really know what's the rationale on most of the foreign gods being Cthulhu-esque. Are we rationalizing here that they existed before and H.P. Lovecraft was just unlucky enough to write about them, and that's how we know about them? So they exist regardless, or, are we... So I don't know if they'd be able to exist here. Oh, so we haven't been attacked. Does this mean the king of this Lost Belt still has yet to notice us? I can't say anything for sure yet, but I think so, especially since we still haven't set foot on the Isle yet. The closer we get to it, the more things on the storm border stop working. But the good news is, they're only stopped, not broken. I'm guessing here, but if the storm border gets far enough away from the Isle, I think everything will start working again. I can't believe it can't even get close to the mysterious island, so to speak, even with the Nautilus as its base. Still, as much as this situation is making me feel like a failure, I can at least confirm that the storm border is definitely intact. So if everything starts working again once we put some distance between ourselves and the Isle, then we'll know we have a secure escape route out of this lost belt. Now we just have to figure out what comes next. Does the shadow border still work, Da Vinci? Unfortunately, no. We can still use it as a ship to get to the shore, but I'm sure it'd stop working if it made land. So we can't use the shadow border either. Damn. Oh, what about the comms then? Will those still work on land? Again, I can't say for sure until we try, but given how everything else is behaving, I wouldn't get your hopes up. In the worst case, we may have to rely on more primitive means of communication. How are you with carrier pigeons, Holmes? The most interaction I've had with carrier pigeons was when I once unraveled a trick that relied on them. Of course, I can still use them just fine. Gotcha. Guess that makes me the expert then. Don't worry, I'll handle the written correspondence side of things. Oh, one more thing. I need to tell you all how much time we have to work with. Also, there's a version of Star Wars in this world called Saber Wars, which is set in another universe and involves giving two alternate versions of Artoria lightsaber swords.
Okay.
And making them space cops.
Okay.
Who hunt things down, I think. Knick-Knack really likes Saber Wars.
I bet.
I struggle to understand its
bet.
existence.
Yeah.
In its current state, we can keep the storm border powered for about 30 days. If we really stretch ourselves thin, we can make it last for 50 days before the auxiliary power runs out. So that's our time limit. Once the mission's complete, we'll move the storm border away from Britain and restart its engines. As soon as the Triton engines are back online and generating a stable supply of magical energy, we'll break back through the wall of light and leave the British Lost Belt. And that about sums it up. Sounds good to you, Director Gordolph? Right then. If the storm border can't get near land, then we have only one course of action available. Kyra Light will accompany Seki as her bodyguard while she infiltrates the Isle of Britain. Once there, the two of them will carefully investigate the area and find the cause of the future collapse observed at Chaldea. If the circumstances allow, they will also make contact with this Lost Belt's king and acquire Rongo Miniad. During this operation, we expect that communications with the storm border will be limited at best. Therefore, I'm empowering the two of them to make their own calls in the field with the expectation that they will return safe, sound, and successful within 45 days. Huh? You're just sending Seki and Mesh. There's no way they can pull this off alone. At least send me or Chin along with them. Not that I'm eager to get myself killed out there, because I'm definitely not, but come on. Don't be daft, you fool. You going along would mean Kyra Light needs to worry about keeping two people safe instead of only one. She may be an excellent servant, but she's still only one person. So if we only have one servant to work with, I'm going to make damn sure she supports Seki to the best of her ability. Aw, you do care, Gordy. Don't call me uncle. I'm still in my 20s, damn it. Is that clear, you two? Go on then. Repeat your mission's objectives. Please do not make me repeat all of that. Oh my fucking god. These writers do not understand the concept of say something once and your reader will understand it. Everything has to be repeated in triplicate by various characters. Yes, sir. My job is to assist Master as she investigates this Lost Belt in whatever way I can. Yeah, technically Saber Wars is a joke event, but it does exist. Very good. Then let's get this mission underway. We will still only have 45 days to work with after all. Britain is a big place. If I were you, I'd start by making my way for Oxford, then... Oh, what are you doing there, technical advisor? Is there a reason you're packing various items into a rucksack? You need to ask. I'm going with them, obviously. Didn't I say I would handle the written correspondence? So keep an eye out for my familiar, because that's how I'll be sending you letters from the field. Oh. Oh my god, Vinci hasn't come out with us since... Oh, Singularity Camelot.
Oh.
Yeah. Say, what? What is it with Vinci and King Arthur? Some connection there going on. I don't know what it is, but it's certainly a connection. Wait, I wanna... So, by the way, this is how many different versions of King Arthur there are in this game?
That's too many versions already. That's far too many versions already.
Yeah, I agree. There are so many versions of King Arthur. At least they finally added a male King Arthur. Oh. It's been such a nice break for 3 weeks not reading FGO story. I forget how horrifically wordy it is. And terribly technical.
Mm.
And technically, the only character there's more versions of than Artoria is Elizabeth Bathory. There's a lot of Elizabeth Bathories. Like an ungodly amount. Although I guess technically if you counted all of the different Valkyries as individual characters, you'd have like 9-ish? 6 or 9. Yeah. We have both Siegfried and Sigurd and Kriemhild and Brunhilde.
That's okay. A lot of options.
Yeah. And they do follow the 2 different stories. So one follows like the Norse story and the other one follows like the German opera. Yeah. We have Attila the Hun. But Attila the Hun is Altera, Velber O2, the White Titan of Destruction, of Tassili Niger.
Darling, you've lost me.
I've lost myself with that one.
Yep.
I remember the name, but... Eek. Yeah. 7 if you don't count Summer Brunhild separately. I would count Summer Brunhild separately. She's a separate servant card. But then technically if you count it only by separate servant cards, there's technically only 2 Valkyries, because the Valkyries come in 2 sets of 3. Where you could just get 1 card and you technically have all 3 Valkyries, but they function as 1 servant. Hildur, Thrud, and Ortlinda are the first set, and then... Fuck if I remember the names of the second set. See. I guess there's a lot of Cucullins as well.
Cucullin is pretty sexy though.
Yes. Agree on every level. We just got Satanta, so baby Cucullin with a little puppy. He's adorable. I'm trying to think if there are any other sermons that have like a bunch of different versions. I think it's mostly just Elizabeth and Arthur. I think there's maybe a couple more that have like multiple different versions, but not that many. Okay. Go. Okay. Just avoiding reading fucking Avalon le Fae. I'll admit, that does make sense. Ugh, alright, you have my permission to go with them, technical advisor. Okay, I can at least take you to the shore. Take care of them for us, Da Vinci. Da Vinci's final attack is called Uomo Universal.
Mm.
Universal Man.
Yeah.
And here we are, the Isle of Britain at last. Whoa, it's so foggy out here, and it's so warm, too. Words not typically spoken in Britain. Alright, settle down. You've already taken out 5 lost belts, so another strange land shouldn't be anything new to you. Well, it is as a matter of fact, since this is my first time out on an adventure like this. You can't blame me for getting excited. Now go on, Captain. Head back to the storm border already. You're having a hard enough time as it is out here, right? It's our job to investigate this area, so you can just sit around and grit your teeth until it's your turn. Fine. I guess I don't have to worry if you're in such good spirits anyway. Seki, Mash, don't forget to take care of Da Vinci while you're out there on your mission. It wasn't much, but I got a brief glimpse of the place back in the command room right before we lost consciousness. Everything east of this shore is shrouded in fog, but I did make out what looked like a city approximately 200 kilometers from here. Assuming nothing gets in your way, you 3 should be able to get there in about 2 or 3 days, so that's where I'd start if I were you. I hate to ask you to trudge through this fog, but I don't see any way of going around it, even if we had the time to spare. Yeah, that's right, Jeanne d'Arc has a bunch of versions. I can't wait to hear back from you with good news. I finished checking our equipment, Master. Our survival kits are all set, and we have 90 days worth of rations. That's a lot of rations. Great, you two can keep the food for yourselves. I don't get hungry as long as I have enough mana. Say, where's Fu? I don't see him with either of you. Well, Fu actually never got on the storm border with us this time, so... Yeah, that's because Merlin chucked him out of a tower. He was like, you need to go out and, like, experience the world on your own, and then yeeted him out of a tower.
Kind.
It's okay, Fu gets him back by kicking him in the balls every time he sees him. Which seems appropriate.
Yep.
Aw, really? That's too bad. He was always there on your journey to restore humanity, right? Man, I was looking forward to having the same experience as my grown-up self, too. Maybe Fu just doesn't like Britain or something. Oh well. Nothing we can do about that now. Besides, I'm sure we'll have other chances to travel together. Absolutely. I'd love to go on an adventure with you, Holmes, Director Gordolf, Scion, Munier, Fu, and Senpai all together. You said it. Next stop, a city about 200 kilometers to the east. Buckle up, guys, because we've got a long road ahead of us. Indeed we do. I can sense it as well. Tristan! Where the fuck did Tristan show up from?
I'm the wrong person to ask.
His bow and arrow is also a harp. Right. Because you know Tristan and Isolde.
Yeah.
When he there's another story chapter that he shows up in, I think it's in fucking Camelot in part 1, where he starts every single sentence with, so sad. I'm so sad. And after like the first 100 times, I was like, I am gonna punch this man in the fucking face.
Yeah.
Through a screen. I can't believe it. Of all the luck. My first adventure ever, and I'm already hallucinating. Then you and Master are seeing this too, Da Vinci? I thought I was so on edge that my eyes were playing tricks on me. Definitely Tristan. Why are you all acting like it's so strange for me to be here? This is making me very sad. Don't start again! I mean, I will admit that this certainly wasn't the most dramatic summoning. If anything, it felt as casual and automatic as a weathercock turning in response to the wind. Why is that the comparison?
What, truly?
I don't understand. Oh, I'm sorry everyone. I have a report to make. My round shield is pulsing with the same warmth it typically has after conducting a summoning. Whoa, really? So I'm not hallucinating after all. Oh wow, you're right. His spirit origin is solid. Then it really is Sir Tristan. But how? I thought this place rejected all heroic spirits from proper human history. I see. It sounds as though you're not upset with me, but rather that my summoning itself came as a surprise. Well, I can assure you all I didn't answer the summon of my own volition. One moment I wasn't here, the next I was. Of course, I am a heroic spirit on humanity's side, and know about you and Chaldea. But aside from that, I have no clue as to what's going on either. Could someone please explain it to me? thank God I'm not sitting here re-explaining this shit. Now I see. So this is the Lost Belt, a hypothetical version of Britain that could normally never exist. I don't know why this Lost Belt allowed me to be here any more than you do, but I suspect it has something to do with this being the Cornwall shore. I do have close ties to this land, after all. And, while its history may be different, the land itself is still the same, I think. Oh, that's right. I forgot that Sir Tristan is said to have been born in Cornwall, in southwest Britain. That must be why we were able to summon you, or maybe the land itself needed your aid. It could also be that Seki was nervous about exploring a mysterious new land, so she ended up summoning Sir Tristan here unconsciously. Either way, having him here with us should be a big help, and it bodes well for the future too. Even if this Lost Belt is devoid of human heroes, we now know it's still possible to summon heroic spirits from proper human history with strong ties to a given area. Maybe we'll also be able to summon Sir Gawain of Orkney, or even Camelot's own King Arthur. You wish to summon King Arthur here directly. I'm not so sure that's... No, you're right. That would be wonderful. Bye. See you at 6.
6. 6.
I'm certain he would be willing and able to help you. In the meantime, I will of course be happy to offer whatever meager assistance I can. Any knight of the Round Table would do the same. Master Seki. I know that neither of us meant for this summoning to happen, but rest assured that my bewitched bow is yours to command regardless. Do you have a bag for me to put those in, by the way? Okay.
2-6.
See ya. Oh my god, my back. From here on, I, Tristan, Child of Sadness, shall be your faithful servant. Let's see. Now then, allow me to lead the way. I know this southwest corner of Britain like the back of my hand. There's a hilly area just past a few mountains not too far from here. With a little luck, we should be able to reach a high road in about 2 hours. Shall we, Master? Oh, Tristan. Tristan. 1 hour later. It's a whole lot of silence to click through. Sir Tristan, I'm very sorry to say this, but we are not lost. Now, I don't blame you for feeling like we are, since you all rely on your eyes so much. But I can assure you, we are indeed making progress. In fact, we've covered no less than 4 kilometers by now. The only downside is that we somehow haven't been able to escape this shore yet. If Sir Bedivere was here now, he'd happily say, "Don't worry about it, Tristan, you just go to sleep. I'll lead the way from here." Then we are lost. I knew it. Also, I doubt Bedivere would be any happier about this than we are. Yes, I suppose you're right about that. Ah, this makes me so sad. If Sir Bedivere would only be straight with me, I would have been happy to play him an encouraging song. Yes, that's true. Perhaps this fog is to blame. I've been laying down bowstrings wherever we go to ensure we don't get turned around. But at some point, the string trail keeps going cold, and not because someone's been cutting it. It's because I've been letting go of them myself. It's almost like I keep forgetting what I meant to do with it just a minute ago. Oh. Master, I'm detecting high-density magical energy signals up ahead. I can't tell you any more than that without analysis from the border, but... They're attacking us. Get ready to engage, Seki. Be on your guard. Oh, a fight! What do you know? Oh. Oh, man. I have to put Mash as a starting member, which means I have to find Mash. I'm so bad at finding Mash. It's because I just never remember her little square. Now that it's changed. I'm not used to it being changed. There she is. Okay. So I can select anybody I want. I don't think it really matters. Fascinating. Why is everything so out of order? What the fuck? Do I have servants that, like, aren't showing? That's really weird. That feels incredibly weird. Alright, where's my Jufu? Jufu! Yeah, I feel like I have servants who aren't showing up. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, fight in my video game? Disgusting. How dare. So weird. Who needs a fight in your video game? Well, yeah, but it was sorted by level before, and, like, I didn't see Koyan. Maybe I just missed Koyanskaya, because I was looking for Koyanskaya and I didn't see her. Oh. Beautiful. Because, like, Koyan should have been in, like, the top bits, but... I don't know. Maybe I just missed her entirely. That's possible, so... Oh my god, it's been so long since we did fucking FGO. I barely remember what I'm doing. No, I remember what I'm doing. This is just stupid. Oh, they all broke together. Nice. Convenient. They also all powered up together. Don't like that so much. Fuck off. I forget what Da Vinci's NP does. Yeah. So I guess we'll see. I forgot what Baby Vinci's NP does. Ah. Okay. It's been a long time since I used Da Vinci. Is Tristan's NP AoE or single target? I'll look. NP, sure hit for yourself. Single enemy. Okay. Okay. God, I'm starving. I should have run out and grabbed breakfast before I started streaming. So are all of their break cars gonna break now that I've broken one of them? Or do I need to break them all individually? I was kind of hoping they'd all break together. Yep, they did. Okay. That's what I thought would happen. It does make me wonder if I have to kill them all together, or if it's just gonna... Oh. I don't like that. Ooh. Ooh, why you hit so hard? Fuck. Oh, sure hit on Tristan. Okay. Yeah, that's not the most convenient. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. I don't have a full charge, but... Interesting. Interesting card layout. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that was a hard hit. Okay. I'm kind of hoping that I'll only have to kill one of them, since the break bars worked on just one at a time. But we'll see. Oh, I didn't realize that added an NP gain. Nice! No. Okay, so individual deaths. Alright, that's fine. We can manage that. We can manage. Oh yeah, catastrophic overkill. Then my next attack, go to the other guy. Oh Jesus. Oh hey. Would you look at that? Fantastic. We love it. We love to see it. Almost clicked skip. Oh boy. Oh man, they were way stronger than I was expecting. Were those British ghosts or something? I guess we managed to drive them away since they're gone now, but it really doesn't feel like we actually beat them at all. I have to agree, their sheer vitality was astonishing. I don't think those were ghosts at all. They were so unusual and so steeped in mystics that they almost seemed like... No, never mind that now. For the time being, I must commend you on a job well done, Master. I was concerned when you said you couldn't summon heroic spirits here in Britain. So, it's a great relief to see that it's still possible to summon them temporarily for battle. Yep, I was watching you and you were definitely using much more magical energy than usual. So, we'll need to try and avoid fighting as much as possible since you convert your own vitality into magical energy. Let's see if I can get the curtain covering the window a bit more. Oh no. Mash, is something wrong? The Black Barrel. No, the whole... Oh! I just saw that our names changed! Knight and the Child with the Furrowed Brow. It's not working right anymore. No, Mash. Mash, are you okay, Mash? It's the fog. The fog is doing something to us. Grieving Knight. Did something happen to them? I can sense them close by. No, wait. They're getting further away. This is not good. It's too easy to get separated in this fog. Let me call out to them. What were their names again? I think they were... Wait, what's my name? You with the red hair! Jesus. The Mists of Avalon. Oh dear. It seems that we have fainted. Uh-oh, and here I thought I might arrive early. Huh? It's because I took my sweet time. Well, you can't blame me for that. It's Oberon! These are my very first guests. It's only right to look your best for guests. Besides, I'd say this girl and her companions made a pretty big mistake, too. I mean, no one in their right mind would ever think to go into the nameless woods without any protection. I guess this just goes to show how brave this Master of Chaldea really is. Don't you think, Blanca? Am I really going to trust these outsiders? Yes, I will. I'll trust them with all my soul. Sure, I still had my suspicions up until I saw them in person, but now I can tell. They're the real deal. As crazy as it sounds, they're dead serious about saving the world. Oh yes, I'm definitely glad I waited for them now. That's right, Blanca. It's finally time for me to get serious, too. Seems we've got a few local fairies here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a couple too many for me. Fortunately, it looks like they're good-natured sorts. I'm sure they'll rescue the Chaldeans. In the meantime, I think I'll make my way back for now and save our fateful encounter for another time. Good luck, Chaldean lass. I suggest you start by getting familiar with Britain's ambiance. Oh, and one more very important thing. Whatever you do, don't let anyone know you're human. Ominous. I like it. Nice. Okay. So the good thing about starting now is that we're getting like a ton of rewards thanks to the anniversary having come recently. Which is wonderful because, you know, obviously I am taking advantage of that fully. Are there smarter ways to spend the quartz I'm gaining? Yes, probably. Do I really want to Dabrinia? Also yes. Jesus. Oh my god, more no battle nodes. Okay, I'm gonna go grab a Diet Dr. Peppa. Or 3. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh god. So I will be back in a second. Ow. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I have not gotten any copies of Dabrinia yet, and it is making me very sad because I very much want Dabrinia. Jufu, I would like Jufu Avenger, but it's not the end of the world if I don't get her, and I really don't care about getting CL at all. So, if I get CL, I will riot. Because I really do not want CL, per se. Not that I think CL is bad, it's just I don't want that servant. Like, at all. So, is all of Avalon le Fae as many pips as this first section, or is it just because I'm in the beginning? Okay. So, like any other Lost Belt, there's going to be some longer sections and some shorter sections. Okay. That's not too bad. I'm just not used to it anymore. Take a couple weeks off and then all of a sudden your brain doesn't like coping with it. It also doesn't help that I don't have my normal setup, so I can't, like, normally I'd put my phone on, like, a stand in front of me, but I'm having to kind of hold it right now, and that makes it a little inconvenient and a little bit more tiring to deal with. It's not the worst thing ever. Technically, just by streaming Avalon le Fae here, I'm already getting ahead of where I need to be, so I'm not that pushed about, like, having to get to a certain point today or Thursday or next week if I stream on Monday. It's more so just getting it started, maybe get, like, some stuff like the intro out of the way, and then I kind of hit the ground running once I'm home. Alright. Oh good, you're awake. You don't seem to be injured, and I don't think your life's in any danger. But if you're hurting anywhere, please let me know. I still have a lot to learn, but I can at least perform basic first aid. It's a baby! Oh, right. That does sound like it's my name. Thank goodness. I was having trouble remembering who I am, too. So my name's Mash, huh? I like it. It's short, soft, and unique. No, you are Altria Caster. You are... nope. And hey, if you know my name, that must mean we really are friends. I knew it. Anyway, good morning, Hermia. Do you know where you are right now? Huh? Your name is Hermia, right? I mean, that's what's on your name tag. Apparently, we all collapsed in the Nameless Woods. Do you know about the Nameless Woods? The fog is so thick in there that as soon as you set foot inside, you can never find your way back. The more lost you get, the more you forget. Eventually, you won't even remember your own name or who you are. Basically, it's a forest of no return, one of the most dangerous Fae domains in all of Britain. I wonder what it is we were doing in a place like this. Maybe something really nasty happened to us. You know, like when everyone at your table orders ginger ale, but for some reason you end up getting salt water. Hermia, what's wrong? Why are you holding your head like that? Oh no, did you hit your head in the woods? Do you have a concussion? Or a fractured skull? No, it's nothing like that. I suspect it's simply that she doesn't know who she is. Not just herself. I doubt she remembers you, me, or anything else about this place. I certainly can't. The only thing I do remember is that I serve her loyally. Even now, I know I would have no qualms about laying down my life to keep her safe. Yeah, we're a little fucked up right now. It's fine. Please, don't strain yourself, my lady. I am Iseult, best in class. No, wait, that's not right. Yes, I remember now. My name is Tristram. I'm sure of it. See, it's written right here in Old English on this name tag made from a leaf. Obviously proud. Indeed, we now know that you are Hermia, I am Tristram, and she is Mash. I can say with absolute confidence that we three are trusted companions who wound up stranded together. Oh my god. What's Old English? Jesus. So we don't know who we are, and we can't even remember where we came from. But we do know that there is something important we need to do. And we must have entered the Nameless Woods to accomplish it in spite of the risks. Correct. The only other things we know are that even among my colleagues, I am a peerless genius, a masterful poet, and a peerless archer. I'm sorry I can't tell you more. I see. Well, it's pretty much the same for me as it is for you two. It kind of feels like I lost a lot of belongings. At any rate, what I do know is that we all collapsed in the Nameless Woods, then some fairies from this village found us and brought us here. So the next question is, why did they do that? Are they slave traders? I think I've heard that's a big problem these days. Oh man, I don't want to think about it, but if that's what this village is for, then... Hello, are you all awake now? Oh, I'm sorry if I startled you. I heard voices, so... Anyway, the others said I should come and fetch you all. I mean, it is going to be night soon, so, you know. Do you know this person, Hermia? I see. Well, I don't sense any hostile intentions from her. She seems to me to be a good-hearted person, or rather... Can you still not move? In that case, we can talk later. Oh, but if I go back without you, everyone will scold me for being useless again. Oh, I really like the music for this chapter. I'm like just now paying enough attention to hear it. But I like it. But her wings also remind me of Oberon's. I like the bagpipes. Are you talking about the other fairies from this village? Don't worry, you can go back ahead of us. We'll be right there as soon as we're done talking. We'll be sure to tell the others that you were the one who fetched us. Then, I really was useful this time. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you so much. Please, come to the town square when you're ready. Everyone else is there. See you there. Yes, I guess we should. I'm still concerned, but it doesn't look like staying in here will help anything. Besides, no matter what they ask us, we can honestly say we don't remember a single thing. So at least we shouldn't be suspected of being from a bad city or supporting the wrong queen or anything like that. The wrong queen, huh? Oh, look at this amalgamation of people. These are the ones that almost died in the woods. God damn, I've never seen humanoids without wings before. I swear, what's the Wind Clan coming to these days? Please don't lump us in with the likes of them. These Fae don't have so much as a hint of wing stumps. They must be criminals who had their wings torn off as part of their punishment. They probably came here while trying to escape Darlington. Pathetic. Just look at their twiggy little limbs. The only thing those would be good for is firewood. Then maybe we ought to chop them up and make a fire out of them. That'll brighten the night up. Hold on, let's hear what they have to say first. That's our rule, after all. You there, what is your clan? Your names? Which city do you hail from? What is it you came here to Cornwall to escape? I'm afraid we really can't tell you. The only thing we know is our names. We don't know where we came from, or why we came here, or what our goal was. Nothing. Are you kidding me? You don't even know which city you're from. Haven't even got a goal, huh? God damn, that's awful. It's terrible. It just ain't right. And here I was, hoping we could get a nice ransom out of them. Guess there's only one thing left to do with them now, then. Indeed. Now that things have come to this. Yep, only one thing to do. We'll just have to look after them ourselves. You hear that, everyone? We've got new friends. Yay! Hi-ho! New friends, this calls for a celebration. Here, we're all a bunch of nameless, worthless failures without anywhere left to live. We've been strung up, pelted with rocks, and before we knew it, we found ourselves here, on the tippy tip of the isle. Nobody likes us. We'll all be gone by tomorrow. Even the queen herself won't come into the nameless woods we call home. So welcome, comrades, to Cornwall, the dead-end village. You guys have had a hard life, right? You've already suffered enough, right? If we're all just a bunch of burnouts anyway, we might as well kick back, relax, and enjoy life here. Jesus. Sharp turnaround. Huh? I can't believe the party they threw to welcome us is still going into the night. These fairies are so nice. I was also surprised to see what good conversationalist you are, Hermia. You seem a little unsure of yourself at first, but then you started talking to fairies from both the Wind Clan and the Earth Clan without any hesitation. Even though everyone in Fairy Britain knows you're supposed to pick one to side with. Huh? You mean you forgot about that, too? Really? Ugh, that's gonna be a problem. The Nameless Woods only make you forget yourself. You should still be able to remember the customs you need to know to survive. At least that's what I've heard. What about you, Tristram? Do you remember anything about Fairy Britain, the land of the Fae? I guess you're in the same boat as Hermia, then. Alright, I'll catch you two up. I don't know a great deal about the world, but I've at least been taught the basic. Alright, everyone, quiet please. It's time to end today's festivities. I know how you all feel, but there's nothing we can do about nightfall. We'll just have to resume the welcome party tomorrow. Guess it just goes to show how time flies when you're having fun. Alright, everyone, let's head to our homes. Later, Hermia. Later, Mash. Later, Fae of Few Words, Tristram. See that roof over there? That tent's yours. Go ahead and hide out there till morning. You there, show Hermia and her companions to their dwelling, won't you? Better hurry it up. Knowing her, you'll just get even more injured if you take your time. Yeah, don't get carried away and start taking them down any side paths, got it? If you do that, no one will be able to find you guys once night gets here. Yes, I know. I'll be fine. Thank you for giving me the job. If you'll follow me, everyone, I'll show you back to the tent that's become your territory. And a lovely tent it is. Well, good night. Don't worry, this tent may be a ways away from the town square, but it's still well within the village. I promise you'll be able to relax and sleep without any forest animals coming in. Okay, I'm sure you're both tired after talking with so many fairies, but I think we should finish our conversation from earlier before we go to sleep. Fairy Britain, as you can probably tell by the name, is the land of the Fae. You do know that much, right? Good, then next we have the different kind of fairies. It would take hours to go into all the details that differentiate the various kinds of fairies. So for now, let's just focus on the broader clans. The clans represent the land of the Fae's different races. There's the Wind Clan, the Earth Clan, the Fang Clan, the Wing Clan, the Mirror Clan, and the King Clan. Members of the Wind Clan, like Halabaromia, are humanoid, fairies that look just like humans, basically. They're all very rational and peaceful, and they have excellent Fae markings. Members of the Earth Clan, like Onfam, are solid, stout, and stocky humanoids. They're the hardest working of all the clans, so we need their help to make roads and buildings. Members of the Fang Clan, like Doga, are basically wolves that live as one with the land. They love to fight, and they're very good at it. It's even said that we Fae folk wouldn't be here today if it weren't for the Fang Clan fighting for us. As for the Wing and Mirror clans, well, there aren't many rumors about the Wing Clan, so I don't know very much about them. And the Mirror Clan used to be the most popular clan in all of Fairy Britain, but then a few years ago they disappeared along with their entire city. Do you really want to know, Herm? The King Clan is the biggest bunch of good-for-nothings in all the land. The only thing they ever make is trouble. Even though there's only one of them left, she looks down her nose at all the other clans, like she's so much better than us. I mean, who goes around bragging to a sweet, innocent country girl about how great her life is in the big city? Then there's those flamboyant clothes she wears and all her servants and her oh-so-cool plan for her future. Ugh, I wish she'd just die. Sorry, that may not have been entirely fair. Please just forget I said anything. The King Clan is kind of a special case. You see, there's really only one of them, but she's also kind of a, well, protective queen bee type who welcomes anyone who serves her as King Clan member in their own right. If you ever have the misfortune of meeting her yourself one day, Hermia, you'll see what I mean. It's obvious to pretty much anyone with eyes. Everything about her, from the way she looks to the way she acts, just screams, yikes, she's a real piece of work. I'd better not even make eye contact or she'll ruin my whole life. On a different subject. Are you okay, Tristram? You've seemed on edge for a while now. That's because I am. No, it wouldn't be a stretch to say I'm afraid. I haven't had a moment's rest ever since we went to the town square. The villagers may have seemed weak, even feeble to the two of you, but while I may lack my memories, I do know that they are to be feared merely by dint of being Fae folk. Even that Fae girl who showed us the way to the square holds some manner of mystic. They may not have said anything about it, but they have power far beyond any human. Just remember, it would be an easy thing for these fairies to slaughter us all if they decided to do so. An interesting choice to use the word humanoid when you say humans have never existed here. Ah, how terrifying. I guess you must have served in the military at one point, Tristram. I can't even imagine two fairies fighting each other. Maybe I could see it for one of the the soldiers who served the queen in her castle, but I was taught that fairies always resolve their differences through peaceful discussion no matter what they may be. Well, I suppose there might be the occasional eccentric exceptions to the rule, but there wasn't a single fairy at that square who disliked us. You may be right, I certainly didn't sense any hostility from them. Of course, they're not dangerous at all, they're all so peaceful it's almost hard to Forgive us, forgive us. No more prayers, close your eyes. There's not much fun time left. The veil has fallen, extinguished the light. Today is ending. Farewell. This day too will end forever. Forgive us, forgive us, forgive us our sins. It's too late to do anything now, but make sure everything is cleaned up. It looks like it's time for lights out now. Let's pick this back up tomorrow. I'd hate to do anything to upset them after they've been so welcoming to us. Let's see. This must be it. Oh wow, it's one of those new glass lamps that are all the rage now. There must be an Earth Clan fairy or two from Norwich here. I'll have to track them down tomorrow. Anyway, good night, Hermia. Good night, Tristram. You know, I was kind of worried when I first woke up, but I'm so glad you two turned out to be good people. Huh? Why did you stop? What's that? You just didn't feel right saying it? I see. Well, that makes sense. It must be a very important name to you. It's okay, Hermia. These things happen. Okay. Good night, for real this time. Wild. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so that was 4 of 4. Yes, I am just eating a piece of cheese. Unfortunately, I don't really have snacks here right now, so it's like, eat a piece of cheese or go make a breakfast, and I'm not going to do that till stream's over. So. I like cheese. Cheese is so good. Cheese is the greatest thing that humans ever discovered was a thing that we could make. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're not even through with part 1 and we have done a ton of reading. Good morning, everyone. I've been asked to show you around the village today. Our territory isn't all that big, so it won't take very long. Cornwall is built on the remains of an ancient city. When the Tamlin defeated the Lord of Cornwall about 200 years ago, the Lord cursed the woods with a fog that would rob fairies of their memories. This village was abandoned not long after. From there, it became the most dangerous area in all of Britain. Even the Queen wouldn't come near it. Nobody will follow you in here. It's basically a penal colony. No, not exactly. This territory is home for all kinds of outcast fairies. Fae whose roles have ended, fae who aren't worth anything anymore, fae who lost their friends, fae who lost their purpose. All we can do now is wait for our lives, our fates, to come to an end. Every fairy here is so kind. They'd much rather help each other than compete with one another. But there isn't a place for fae like that in Her Majesty's Britain. Dying is much better than having members of your own clan laugh at you, or ignore you, or steal from you. So everyone here came to this forest to end things. At least, that's what I think. I don't know what to say. Hey, it's Hermia. Man, yesterday was a blast, huh? Anyone who enjoys a good meal as much as you do is all right in my book. Hope you're hungry, because I'll be bringing plenty more food back with me today. Good day, Hermia. I must say, your voice is as warm and full of life as the spring breeze. Why not try your hand at a song today? I'll even break out my harp for the first time in ages. Hey, Hermia. Let me know if you need any of your clothes mended. I've still got some cloth from Norwich left over, and I'm sure you'd look good in whatever I whip up. These people are so nice. Whether that's a good or a bad thing, I don't know yet, but they're so nice. You certainly are popular, aren't you, Hermia? I mean, I'm in much the same boat myself, but I guess you just have that certain, je ne sais quoi about you? I'm kind of oblivious when it comes to that sort of thing, so... Really? I think you're perfectly wonderful too, Mash. Hermia just has a kind of refreshing aura about her. Her presence alone makes things more fun. But your aura is more warm? Bright? I'm not sure what the right word is. I can only say there's something nostalgic about it. It reminds me of more peaceful times. You're spot on. As a matter of fact, my cheery nature is the only thing I've got going for me. I've long made it a point to keep smiling, no matter what the circumstances might be. Thank you so much. Yes, that's true. There's nothing better than a smile. Alright, let me show you around the rest of the village. As long as you know how big our territory is, you won't disappear until the Day of Endings. Ooh, the Day of Endings. That sounds ominous. Well, that's our village's territory. Is there anything else you'd like to know? The Nameless Woods fog never comes into this village, right? How thick is it outside the village walls? Also, if this village used to be a city, does that mean there's still a road back inland? The fog isn't too thick as long as you don't go deep into the woods, but that won't stop you from getting lost. And the road back inland is completely overgrown now, so it's all but impossible to find. I see. Then I guess we'll really need to put our minds to it if we ever want to leave these woods. Huh? You want to leave, Mash? Oh, no, not at all. I was just curious. You don't want to leave either, right, Hermia? I mean, you came to the Nameless Woods of your own volition, so... I see. That makes sense to me. I had a feeling you three were a little different from the other Fae who come here. I was even wondering if maybe you actually ended up lost in here by mistake somehow. Well, if there's anything you ever need, please let me know. I'm not much good for anything besides showing fairies around, but I promise I'll help however I can as long as it doesn't get me in trouble. Okay, I think we've got the lay of the land now. Now that it's just the three of us, shall we get to it, Hermia? Oh, silly, you really are an incorrigible jokester, aren't you? What else could I possibly be talking about in a situation like this besides testing our skills? Now come on, let's head out into the forest and see how good we are, and what kind of tactics we excel at. Magecraft is power, and as they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. Okay. Oh, you really put me out here with, like, nobody. Okay. I do like the battle theme. Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm okay with being forced to use support Pastoria. Let's be real here, support Castoria is probably a little bit better than my current Castoria, since I haven't been able to skill her. So does she need to be first or second for the Invincibles? I think she needs to be like last in line, right? I couldn't quite remember just then and it didn't really matter because I'm just fighting two enemies. But the Invincibles stack when she's last, right? In a chain? Or does she need to be first? Okay, so last. Alright, that's what I thought, but I just wasn't sure. Alright, good to know. Oh, okay, Castoria, sorry. I should've been a little bit more careful, but I wasn't, so we're stuck with it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, in theory, then, ideally, you'd want to drop, like, if you had a 3-servant layout of NPs, you'd want someone else, then Castoria, then maybe your, like, heaviest hitter? Right? Because, like, then you get the bonus from her damage, but you'll also get the invincibles from her coming after someone? Like, in theory, would that, like, let's say you had, like, Jufu, her, and Odysseus, right? You would drop Jufu, her, Odysseus. In theory? If you had to drop them all in the same round, of course. Not at all. I feel just terrible about this. That you have basically no fighting ability must mean you come from such high social standing you don't need to do your own fighting. So, oh my gosh, are you a daughter of one of the clan chiefs, Hermia? And here I've been treating you just like anyone else. I am, Tacos! I'm winning! Can we please just forget this happened? I promise I'll do better starting tomorrow. Doesn't Jufu's NP have some, like, party boosts? I thought? Maybe not. Please don't worry about it, Hermia. If anything, I'm more convinced than ever. I can't remember why, but I now know for sure this is what you're meant to do. I may have been so intimidated by the fairy's sheer physical capabilities last night that I didn't act appropriately, but that won't happen again. I see now that you have the makings of a great leader, like a winning football coach. I even get the sense that as long as you're here to guide us, everything will somehow work out in the end. Please just call me Tristram. Huh, okay. Oh. That's right, we're outcasts. A bunch of losers who couldn't even pay the annual existence tax to keep us in the Queen's realm. It was just a matter of time until we decided to come into these woods and forget everything we ever wanted to accomplish. But don't worry, there's no need to be afraid. We may have escaped from the city, but we're all still in the same boat. Soon, the calamity will bring everything to an end and only a few will survive. So we may as well live the rest of our days here in peace. We, all of us from 6 different clans, live for festivities. We're scared of the Queen, we're scared of the Moors, and most of all, we're scared of ourselves. What a lovely song. A simple tempo to be sure, but there's something strangely invigorating about it. I would think it was improvised if they didn't seem so familiar with it. Well, of course they are. These kinds of festivals where everyone comes together are what all Fae live for. It's the only time the Wind and Earth clans can set aside their differences. Well, as long as they don't drink too much anyway. There are some fairies who really do get drunk on the atmosphere, I guess? What, had enough already, Hermia? No need to hold back, you only just got here. Or was your journey here even harder than we thought? Those marks on your right hand are unusual, but they're still command spells, right? And 3 of them, no less. Damn, you poor thing. Well, don't worry, you can forget all about that now. No one here is going to force you to do anything. You did good hanging in there until now, especially for one as twiggy as you are. Hey, they know about command spells. Come on, you don't gotta get weepy on me. No, it's okay, just take as much time to rest as you need. When you get bored, you can help us out with village stuff. What a kind fairy, although, command spells. I feel like I'm this close to remembering something, but I can't quite get there. It's so frustrating. Okay, everyone, settle down, please. That's all for tonight. I can definitely tell what time it is because I'm not drunk. Nope, definitely no drunkenness here. Now, go on. It's time to get back to our tents before the beasts come out. Don't blame me if you end up getting eaten alive. Marm, Thania, Dumbleton. We Wind Fae can make it back quicker than anyone. The responsibility of keeping order falls to us, the most beautiful clan of all. Huh, I see Halabaromia is just as much of an ass drunk as he is sober. Alright, let's get going back home so we can be ready for tomorrow's feast. Later, Hermia. Oh, I'll have to show you around our athletic field tomorrow. There's nothing more fun than a good ball game. I guess that's all for today's welcome party then, though it sounds like it'll pick back up tomorrow. Indeed. Now that I understand we've truly been welcomed with open arms, I'm enjoying myself quite a lot. Even though you still haven't relaxed your grip on that, bow? Yes, well, it seems old habits do die hard. Apparently, I used to keep my finger on my bowstrings even when I was asleep. I swear, between keeping my ears peeled and reading the wind 24/7, I guess I must have really loved training. Ugh. Oh well, I'm sure any habits can be broken eventually, especially since we shouldn't have to fight here. Now come on, Hermia Mash, we should head back to our own tent. You know what I have learned, Knick-Knack, from trying to stream off my laptop? I don't have enough USB outlets. Because right now I've got the capture card in one of them, I've got the fucking storage drive in another, and I've got the microphone in the third, and I actually don't have space to put my mouse in because I only have 3 USB outlets. Hey you, make sure you clean this place thoroughly. We're doing this again tomorrow, remember? Yes, sir. You do want me to clean up after everyone, right? Of course I do, idiot. What else could I have meant? Can't you do anything on your own? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I promise I'll do my best. Never mind that, Hermia. Let's just head back to our tent. We're still outsiders here, after all. We should get a grasp of the situation before we go poking our noses into their business. You wouldn't want someone you barely know telling you how to live your life, right? Even if all the Fae who live here are peaceful, we're still not in a strong position. We've got nowhere to run if something goes wrong. So, we need to be extra cautious here. You understand, right? Nope. Fuck that. Good. I'm glad you Wait, what? Did you not hear me at all? I really wasn't expecting you to take off like that. Well, now that we've come this far, I guess I'll just have to stick my nose in too. This generally isn't my kind of thing, but there's no turning back now. What, to not having enough outlets? I mean, in theory, it's not necessarily a huge problem. I mean, technically, I really only need the drive plugged in because I've got the FGO music and my my solo leveling background coming off of it. So in theory, if I just downloaded those individually to my laptop, I actually don't need to use that plugin. So like I could fix this. I didn't have enough time this morning. And also in theory, like if I'm back at home, I could have I have a USB hub that plugs in. I just left it at home because I use it on my desktop PC and I didn't want to unplug that too. I was really trying to unplug as few things as possible when I brought this shit with me. Huh? I don't see anyone else here. I thought we heard someone forcing someone else to clean up, but it's still just as messy as before. I guess so. Well, as long as there's no trouble, that's all that matters. Now come on, we really should get back to our tent. Apparently it's dangerous here at night. Oh, man. Jesus, the reading is getting hard. I'm just not used to it anymore. Okay, so what's with this ordeal call thing? Okay, so ordeal call 3 part 1. Complete main progress nodes in part 1, part 2, ordeal call prologue. So am I going to get a reward every single time I complete? Because so far it's been 5. Okay, so there's no like 5 out of 6, so it was just complete 5. Okay. So the only thing left is, yeah, and I can't clear any of the actual ordeal call stuff. So that's the end of the quartz that I'm getting for the ordeal call release, I assume. Interesting. What are you showing me? Oh, shit, I didn't mean to start the next section. Damn it. Good morning, Hermia. Did you sleep well last night? I'm sorry, I just can't seem to put my heart into it. Hermia, something about that name just doesn't sound right. It's still a mess out here. What the hell were you doing, you damn good for nothing? That came from the square. Shall we go see what's going on, Hermia? This is awful. We can't possibly put on another feast tonight. Why didn't you do anything? You hate Hermia or something? Not at all. It's just... I, forgot what I was supposed to do. The next thing I knew, it was morning, and you were all yelling at me. Looks like it happened to her again, Doga. Guess we're SOL. Ugh, forget it. I should have known better than to ask you in the first place. Just go. Get lost and don't ever come back near the village. I don't want to see your stupid face again. Really? Thank you so much for forgiving me. I hope you'll invite me to the next one, too. Oh hey Hermia, yesterday sure was a hoot, huh? Huh? That fairy girl. Hey, what was her name again? The hell should I know? Damn, what was it again? I think she told us when she first showed up. I'm pretty sure it was Ho or Fu or something like that. Is that what it was? I guess she had a name at first too. Ah, well, once you start forgetting your own name, even without the fog, you're done for. Don't bother about her, Hermia. You don't want to catch her nameless disease. So she doesn't have a name. Is that why you treat her like that? What do you mean? No fairy without a name's worth anything, right? It's not like anyone would miss him if they were gone. Yeah, she doesn't even have a place here. Her tent's outside the village. Yep, our territory just doesn't have room to spare for her, but I will say I'm impressed she's still alive. She might get more banged up every day, but she's still got all her arms and legs. Who knows, maybe she used to be some kind of big shot. Not that it's doing her much good now. Guess not even the beasts of the forest got any interest in nameless meat. That's so mean of you guys. Obviously you had enough space to give us a tent inside the village. You're being so mean. Anyway, that's enough about her. Come on, Hermia. I told you we were going to play football at noon today, right? See you at the athletic field. What would you like to do now that they've left for the athletic field, Hermia? I do. As the name suggests, they're fairies who have lost their names. While we lost our memories in the Nameless Woods, sometimes fairies lose their names all on their own. In general, fairies don't age or die like humans or animals, but we are born with a purpose, something we can lose ourselves in. Fairies who lose that purpose lose their names, and then grow steadily weaker until they die. That's what happened to that girl. It must have been quite some time since she lost her name. I'm sure it is. Fairies tend to shun fairies who have lost their names. Honestly, the fact that she's even allowed inside this village speaks volumes about these fairies' generosity. I know what you're thinking, Hermia, but we can't. If we invite her to stay in our tent, it will really upset the fairies in this village. The best we can do is visit her home and get rid of anything that might be dangerous. We may not be able to invite her into the village where it's safe, but I'd be happy to at least make her home just as safe as the village. Huh? Why are you holding my hand? You're shaking my hand to express your gratitude and faith in me, huh? That's a new one on me. But there's something really nice about it. I think I like this custom too, Hermia. Oh no. Okay, sit back a little bit and try to... Oh. There, I've driven the beast back a bit and opened up some space for the girl. I swear on my bewitched bow that I won't let them take another step towards her. Thank you, Tristram. I'll take it from here. Hey, you leave her alone now. Yeah. This is a better Castoria than I have. Mash is cute. It does make me a little curious about the rest of the story for this chapter, because I assume we'll run back into actual Da Vinci and Mash. But, like, at what point will we figure it out, I wonder? That's my biggest question. Oh shit. God damn it. That attacked the wrong thing. Okay. Oh, that's on me. I should have been more careful with who I was targeting and what I was doing. But it should be fine. I know how long this section of the story is, Federico. Yeah. Plus, that, at least for me, that comparison doesn't mean anything, because I've not played Fate Stay Night. Yeah. But, like, I've seen the script. Like, I know how long it is. I've seen the word count. Word count, to me, makes more sense as, like, a way of calculating. So, it's easier to understand when I think about it in, like, word count. And we talked about it on a stream, I think, before I left for Spain. I pulled up all the word counts for the different various chapters and everything, and just kind of talked it out. Yeah, because I don't play light novels, so it really doesn't... It's really not a metric that I can judge by. Cruel though it may be, I made sure to aim for spots that would be extra painful. Hopefully, this will teach the other beasts that this part of the forest is dangerous. I agree, that seems like the best way to go. At any rate, that was amazing shooting, Tristram. Are you sure you don't remember being a soldier, or maybe a hunter? Yeah. I've seen the image a lot of times. I'm pretty sure Nick Nack showed it to me back when we first did the Seki Reacts to Fate Knights of the Round Table. Like, I'm almost positive. I've known about that image for a long time. But also, I know that the way that limit... Like, the script in there is not... Like, the script is not actually that many pages long if you were to format it out like a proper book. Because I'm sure that script is not double-sided, and I'm sure that the spacing is more akin to that of a play than a book, which means that there is a significant amount of space being taken up by empty space, extra, like, entering and, like, openings in the script, plus, like, notations and stuff. So, you know. Like, scripts are not necessarily indicative of, like, a page count once converted to, like, an actual book, right? And I can say that pretty securely. Either way, the king you used to serve must have been proud to have you. I don't doubt that the story is long. Like, I've seen the numerical totals. It's long. But, like, honestly, Avalon le Fae is actually shorter than most fanfictions I read, so, you know. Yes, well, I certainly hope so. That's weird. I can't sense animagical energy when he plucks his harp. Does that mean he's from the Wind Clan? But then, he doesn't seem to have enough magical energy for that. Huh? What's going on? Did you do that for me? Yes, we did. Hermia insisted on checking up on you. Are you alright? Did those beasts hurt you before we got here? Oh no, I'm fine. I'm used to this sort of thing. So, is there something more I can do for you? I already showed you around the village yesterday. We wanted to thank you for all your help yesterday. You were so kind to us that we thought the least we could do is make your home safe from beasts. That's so nice of you. It makes me so happy. I guess this means I really was useful then. I'm so happy to hear that. It's been so long since I was useful. Oh, I know. I'll bless you with good fortune in return for, I'm sorry, I forgot how to cast blessings. And I don't have a tent, so there's nothing I can give you in return. Really? Huh, did I already give you some of the flowers I picked this morning and just forget I did? Hermia, Tristram, why don't you go back to the village without me? I'm going to put up a bounded field to ward off other beasts, but it's going to take some time. Oh, well, then we'll stay here until you're done, too. Those beasts could come back at any time, so Hermia and I can protect you while you put up the bounded field. No, that's okay. I can handle those beasts alone if it comes to that. I see. Well, if you're sure, is that alright with you, Hermia? Alright, I'll see you two later then. Have fun with the other fairies. Oof. There, all done. You won't have to worry about beasts coming for you here anymore. Well, at least for a few weeks anyway. It's only magecraft, not sacrament, so it won't last forever. But at least for those few weeks, you'll be able to rest easy knowing you're safe. Magecraft, the mysterious power the Queen uses. I didn't know you could use it too, Mash. Is using magecraft the hot new thing in the outside world now? I don't know about that. I mean, half my magecraft is stuff I kind of taught myself. Besides, that stuff's kind of why I ran away in the first place. I mean, me save Britain with magecraft like this? That's just not possible. Mash, I'm so sorry if I asked something I shouldn't have. Don't be. That was just a bad habit of mine. You're not the reason I was feeling sad just now. Do me a favor and just forget about it, please? More importantly, I think it might be better if you moved away from that village. It's not the other fairy's fault necessarily, you're just not a good fit for it. What about Salisbury? No, wait, they're very hostile to wind fairies with damaged wings there. How about Norwich? They say fairies and humans live side by side there. And who knows, if you find a human who's a good fit for you, maybe you'll even find a new purpose too. Hi, Frost! Long time no see! Thank you, but I'd rather stay here. Even if I did find a new purpose, I still wouldn't have a name. I think I must be exhausted. Nothing ever goes right for me, no matter what I do or what help I receive. I must have been so despondent with myself that I even forgot the most important thing of all, my name. So I don't need to go anywhere. Here, nobody will be angry at my old self. Here, nobody will blame me for being a terrible fairy who wasted her life unable to fulfill her purpose. But I'm really sad. Not because the other fairies in the village hate me, but because I can't remember my purpose anymore, or my name. I see. I guess not having a name really is a terrible thing. In that case, what about this? I just came up with the idea now, but... Thank you, Mash. This is the happiest I've ever been in my life. Oh, come on. Now you're just being nice. I see. Then I'm happy you're happy. Still, don't forget this is our little secret. If the villagers find out, we'll both get in trouble. I'm sure they'd say something like, even a village of outcasts has rules, or Cornwall doesn't need any weird made-up customs. That's true. You might not know by looking at him, but Halabaromia actually used to be an aide to Lady Aurora. Even now, he still admires the elegant fairy way of life. I really love that about him. I feel the same way. He might act high and mighty, but I can tell right away that he really cares about the village. Oh gosh, I didn't realize we'd been talking for so long. I'd better get back to the village. I'll come again tomorrow, okay? In the meantime, enjoy your peaceful night's sleep. I will. Bye-bye, Mash. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Huh? Oh dear. Oh, what just happened? Why does my right eye hurt so much? Where's a puddle I can use for a mirror? There. Now what's going on with my eye? Ah. I see. So I've turned dark. I guess I'm done for now. And just when something finally worked out for me, too. Oh dear. Oh dear. Things are happening. Okay. Okay, I am not going to be finishing this first section today. It is too long. I am... Like, my brain is actually frying a little bit at this point. It's been so long since I've sat and, like, read FGO story. Oh, goodness. Oh my god. What a hell of a welcome back. My brain hurts. So we'll just have to finish part 1 on Thursday. I'll stream at the same time on Thursday, so it'll still be EST 9 a.m., PST 6 a.m. And then whatever time that translates to in Europe, who knows. Depending on where you are in Europe. But yeah. Whew. Yeah, I've been reading fanfiction like almost non-stop for the last like 4 or 5 days, but I think the difference with fanfiction is I kind of just get to sit quietly and read that. It's like focusing on reading something out loud without making mistakes is like something I haven't had to do in like 3 or 4 weeks. So it's like my brain is a little like fried over trying to kind of process the reading it out loud. It always takes a little while to get back into the swing of reading out loud when I've stopped for a couple of weeks. Because to be fair, reading out loud is a skill and a talent, right? Like, some people are better at it than others, and it is a skill that you have to hone, because otherwise you can really struggle to kind of read out loud for long periods of time. Yeah. Decent spot to end. We still have 2 pips. I'm not voice acting as it is. But also, if I were to just sit and kind of like click through it silently, I don't think that would be very interesting for chat. And also, I'd be moving so fast through it that it would be a bit of a struggle for you guys to kind of keep up with where I was. Because if I don't have to read it out loud, I would be reading so quickly. That it would almost be a moot point to even show it on stream. But it's nice to get back into the swing of things. So I'll stream FGO again on Thursday for another 3 hours. And then either on Friday or Saturday, I might do a little extra stream, either playing Mario Kart with Quinn, or maybe showing Quinn some Baldur's Gate. They've never played it before, but I do really think that they'd have some very funny reactions to meeting the companions and that kind of thing. They've got an incredibly, like, funny sense of humor that would be really fun. Yeah. Or, you know, Mario Kart could also be incredibly fun. I don't know if I'll manage a tea time before the 8th. We want to do a tea time sometime soon, but we might have to wait until the 8th or the 9th to do that in the evening. Which would be fine. Like, it's not the end of the world. Some sections will be shorter. More fights, less dialogue. This is just the introduction to the chapter, so it's obviously incredibly long, and I get that. Because we've had other really long introductions before, too. Like, it's not that odd, I'm just not really used to it anymore. Also, I haven't eaten yet, and I would really like to get some food. Normally, I don't care too much about eating before stream, but I don't know, I'm still recovering from all, like, the international travel and how exhausted I was in Spain. And also, the weather here isn't particularly pleasant, as y'all saw me complaining in Discord yesterday, if you were in Discord, but, like, I went out to, like, buy some Diet Dr. Pepper, because I had just been, like, walking down to, like, the bodega that's, like, three doors down and just picking up, like, 2 bottles at a time, but I was like, well, there's a Target nearby, let me go grab, like, a 12-pack and maybe, like, a 6-pack of bottles. And I was like, oh, I'll go out while it's raining, it'll be a little cooler. Oh my fucking god, it stopped raining while I was in the Target, but it was like 97% humidity. It was like walking through a wall of water on the way back in like 85 degrees. Like, it was unpleasant. And thing is, you know, obviously, you know, I'm in New York City and it's not that far away, so there's not really, like, I'm not going to take a taxi for half a mile. And they're like, that's smaller than me going down to a fucking subway or bus stop and then heading back to the apartment that way. So it's like, there's not a better option than just walking, but oh my god, the weather was awful yesterday. Like, genuinely awful. So it's like it's like exhausting in some ways too. It was actually supposed to be raining again today, but I'm assuming that the forecast has changed significantly enough because it is bright and sunny outside and it has not been raining. So I'm kind of hoping that the humidity will die down a little bit. You know, back in California where Knick Knack is, they're predicted to. I don't think he's supposed to go under 100 for the next week. I think he tops out at like maybe 105, but he's not supposed to go under 100 for a week. Here, forecast was showing rain every single day for the next week with high humidity. So it's like, you know, pick your poison. What's the lesser of two evils? And honestly, I think genuinely, I'm just more adapted to a dry heat at this point in my life. Like, I don't do well in heat in general, but at least I can survive in high heat, low humidity. The humidity is killing me. It is wildly bad. Like, I always forget how bad humidity is. Yeah, so I'll be back next week when the temperature drops, and that'll be nice. I was joking with one of my friends yesterday. It's Tropical Storm Seki. Everywhere I go, the weather turns awful. Like, the last 2 times I traveled to Greece, I arrived and brought a heat wave with me from California. And then I arrived in Spain a couple weeks ago just as they were starting, like, a historically high heat wave. And there was, like, a smoke dome over the islands that was causing the weather to be even worse. And then just as I arrive in New York, they're having, like, a rash of, like, disgustingly high humidity days. I'm just unlucky. Yeah, I'm still gonna complain, but I'll complain a little less when I have central air and heating. I also miss burritos. I want a good burrito so bad. I'm gonna try to go to Dunkin' and get one of those fucking Dunkin' buckets on Friday, which should be fun. I'm not a Dunkin' person, but I do just want a 48-ounce bucket that I can put drinks in because I think it's amusing. And then I'll try Tim Hortons and some other things, and I'll update you guys on how I feel about it. Probably when we manage to do a tea time chat, if I can plan to visit it before we manage to do a tea time chat. That'll be nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah, genuinely, cursed like in the Odyssey. I don't think it'll be good by the time it gets to me, Knick-Knack. But rest assured, I will be proposing that one nacho place within a couple weeks of getting home. Because I do want nacho. I want shitty nachos, and I want a fucking bean burrito plate with refried beans and Spanish rice. I want California Mexican food. New York has great street tacos, but there's not a lot of places anywhere near me to just get a good fucking bean burrito. So that'll be interesting. I've got a new abomination of a pizza to try once I get home, which should be super fun, so I'm excited to try that. But yeah. Anyways, we'll get into more discussion about... Yeah, no, I don't like my options here. I might go and get empanadas at some point, but nope. New York has a lot of good food. Burritos are not necessarily one of them. Neither is poke, to be honest. Most of the poke here is pretty much limited to just salmon and tuna. I'm so used to, like, West Coast poke, where, like, there's, like, such a wide selection of, like, fish types that, like, seeing, like, poke where you can only choose salmon or tuna is very depressing. But yeah, anyways, I'm getting into stuff that we should be discussing over a tea time chat. It's only like 4 days until the 8th, so we could probably do one on the 8th or the 9th in the evening. And then we can discuss my food woes, my travel woes, the good things, the bad things, the ugly things, etc. And have a little bit of fun in conversation. So, thanks for joining me for the first part of Avalon le Fae. Hopefully we make a little bit more progress on Thursday. I think on Thursday I'd like to get through at least two nodes. Like, full nodes. You know, finish this one, do another, maybe get through a third. That'll be the goal for Thursday, is to actually make some progress on nodes, not just start the story and get used to talking out loud to you guys again. Knick-Knack might be joining me in the morning on Thursday briefly. I'll plug in my headphones. I got Discord working in them the other day or earlier this morning, so I'll have a way to broadcast them to you guys, hopefully. And then we'll see if I manage to do that extra stream, and then hopefully next week I'll do at least one stream before I leave for home. So you might see me stream on like Monday and then like Friday to give myself some time from jet lag. Once I get home, I've got a plan to watch the Odyssey, so we'll be discussing that after I get home. So it'll probably be another like 2 weeks before you see an Odyssey review from me and Knick-Knack. But I'm sure we'll tea time together and discuss it once we've seen it. And maybe we'll have some time to watch Brand New Day too. I do kind of want to watch the new Spider-Man movie. So I guess we will see what happens there, but thanks for joining me. I will see you guys all on Thursday. Same time, same place. Have a good couple of days until then. Toodles!